probably right?
And we're live! Say chim chimney chim chiree, everyone.
No.
Chimney chimchuree, everyone.
Churi. Chimichurri.
I had to shake it up a little bit. I felt we were getting stale with our hello, everyone. So, you know.
How am I meant to say hello to everyone?
You can still say hello, everyone.
Hi,
Are
everyone.
you sure?
And banned now.
Alrighty, so instead of the usual intro question that I tend to ask the group, I think what everyone can go through is just go through and discuss what you got on your level 9 level up, and also what resistance you ended up picking, the boon from the Swamp Vein, which one you ended up picking. And whilst you guys do that, I'm gonna mute myself so I can finish my breakfast. I've not had my life together the last few weeks.
That's the tip.
Whoever has their life together.
Well,
in this day and age.
it's pretty simple for Deuce as a cleric. You don't get really any new features. We get everyone I think gets a proficiency bonus, and we get 5th level spell now. Ooh, and we by default I get modify memory and dominate person as a trickery cleric. So bending people to my will and making them think things that may not have happened. So some fuckery to be had, and I may be using the commune spell in our downtime to try and figure out where our next, where we should maybe focus ourselves next, or what dangers may be coming up. So that's what Deuce is about this level up.
I'll go next. So
And what resistance did you take?
Oh yeah, what resistance? What resistance?
Right, of course. Well, given how dangerous fire seems to be, especially in the hands of our, compatriots, but also, our enemies.
I haven't hit you once, but I singed you a little.
Just saying, it's come real close.
Eyebrows were overgrown anyway.
A couple times. The eyebrows are growing back. Yeah, fire resistance is always good to have. Always good to have.
So basically, you're encouraging friendly fire.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Just so you guys know, resistance doesn't mean immune. Like, you're still gonna get
Oh,
damage,
yeah.
just half.
Yeah. Half
Yeah,
damage.
we're aware. So yeah, Marcus is taking the
I
exact same.
wasn't.
Exact same fire resistance.
Some of the viewers may not know, so it's always good.
It's true. So it's not an immunity; it's just resistance. So that way, he can tolerate Desire's fiery embrace more easily.
Fiery wrath. Yeah.
You say wrath, I say embrace. But outside of that, so for level 9, I kind of showed it off a bit last session, but both Marcus and Rosenthorn get the ability, if they land a hit, to basically do a pseudo smite, so an arcane jolt is what it's called, but I like to think of it as a pseudo smite, but it also doubles as a smite heal, so I get the choice of either healing or smiting on hit, so that's really a really cool ability. And also Marcus gets level 3 spells, including haste, which Annie used to basically and zoom. So yeah, so that's Marcus.
And he very much enjoyed that. So very much.
Bobbing and weaving all around the fane.
I'm trying to remember what I got. I got level 5 spells?
You did.
Did you get an extra spell slot?
Nope. I will not get that
Spell
until level
slots for
12.
warlocks.
Oh my god.
It's like
Warlock
it
life.
is a grind. And I kind of swapped out some of my earlier spells for improved versions. The cool thing that I get this level is a new invocation. And I took, after my near-death experience last time, oh god, it's another thing that I can't pronounce, isn't it?
Oh.
Something. I cannot find it in my character sheet. Tomb of Levistus. Which is basically Desire's panic button, where she encases herself in a giant chunk of ice.
Bye.
Ice block.
Yeah.
Essentially.
See
Wait,
you guys.
Are you literally like May from Overwatch?
No, I feel like it's more like Annie from Attack on Titan. Like summoning a giant crystal and just noping out of the battle.
It sounds like a World of Warcraft ice mage, pretty much. Just like, oh, nope. Emergency
My
button.
thought went to Steve
Like, nope.
Rogers.
But you still have like consciousness in it, right? I assume you can like pop in and out as you also please.
No, it's like a pretty good. I think how many temporary hit points do I get, Morgan? Like 90 or no?
Yeah, something really big.
No, it's is it per warlock level?
Yeah. It's something times warlock level.
Oh, yeah, 90 temporary hit points.
But
Wait,
you are
holy shit.
incapacitated while you're in it.
Yeah, it's Lisa. This is very much like a fail-safe thing because I essentially lose my action the next round.
Okay.
For
Interesting.
just one round or
For one round, but it's basically like if somebody tries to hit me with something that might cause like a mass damage death, I'm hopefully a little bit more protected this time. And Desire took cold resistance, so she no longer has to cover up any of this with cloaks. She no longer has to deprive the world of the boob window.
I don't think she was depriving the world to begin with, to be honest.
She can never be too sure.
Oh wow, sorry, I'm just reading this now. You gain vulnerability to fire damage, but you're already resistant, right? So just be a regular?
Yep.
Oh wow, it's once per short rest too. Fuck, that's real strong.
Please don't kill me, Lisa.
Please
Once
give
per
me a
short rest, right?
No. Strahd just pops out of nowhere once per short rest, like.
It's like, you, special.
Hello.
Outright, who else?
I guess I can go next. How's my audio, by the way?
That's fine.
Okay, is Matt coming through?
I don't hear him.
I
Okay.
think so.
Alright,
really.
okay, that's good. So I've just been, just testing it out. Alright, so Bree, she gets to move 2 squares more.
Yes!
Yeah.
You are living the good
Yes.
life.
Whole 10 feet.
Luckily I rolled very nice for HP, a nice 8.
Very nice.
Very nice, so I'm at 60 HP. So that's not really much for a level up for me, but Bree also recently got the ring Stone of Good Luck. So now it's a plus, so now I just wanted to just brag about it a bit, but now her passive perception is 21.
Holy
Her
shit.
Passive insight is 21. And
What a
Yeah,
smart
that's it.
Something I see.
Your eyes in the back of your head now.
yeah. And Arcana is +0.
Yeah, covering up that negative.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm very happy that Bree has unlocked the Naruto run this level.
Faster than the tall people. Yeah.
Halfling sprint.
You are my friends.
I think we just missed a really important thing of how much HP Deuce now has.
69.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Oh shit, yeah, and I was going to probably go for, I think, lightning resistance. So I couldn't really decide. Really?
Well, then you gotta pay attention to where you stand, Brie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's not everyone's fire resistant, so that'll be something interesting to throw in.
If we see an electrified swamp, we know who's going in first.
Hey.
Into the kiddie pool. Hooah!
You. Yeah.
As for Annie, she took another level in Bard to get a little bit beefier. At this level for Bard, it's mostly just ability score improvements, but you can sort of opt to take a feat instead, which I have opted for. So the feat that Annie has taken is Fey Touched with Intelligence, which I thought sort of, oh god, my brain stopped finding words today. Interconnected?
Like narratively suited what happened last time.
Yes, it was quite a narratively elegant.
Yes.
You watch me
tie
later,
in.
I'll be like, that's all my big words used up.
Yeah, that's my comprehension for the day. Yeah, sort of tied in really nicely to sort of like reconsecrating the Fane and sort of like having Jenny, the soon-to-be returned Archfey, sort of coming back into her own. So that actually gives her a increase in intelligence, and it also gives her comprehend languages. So I think a lot of her downtime, sort of this episode, aside from like taking like a 5-day long nap after being buffed to the wazoo and back, will then be spent sort of like reading and researching sort of as much as you can with her new language comprehension abilities. Oh, and also she's got some cool pipes.
They skeletons?
Yeah, they've got like little bird heads on them, so watch out.
Alright, yeah, there's pipes. Forgot about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So that actually came from the Witch of Perez, but we're talking about cool stuff that we now have as well.
All counts.
All counts.
Okay,
How are you going on your Brekkie DM?
I'm done. Alright.
Hey.
So, in that case, previously on the Mist-Fortunate Shepherds, where I find my
Bum, bum.
where I am on the page. So, as the Chaos Ember settles, Annie, you can't speak with the two Baba Saga's corpse. You learn that Baba Saga fully believes herself to be Strahd's birth mother, and she stole the skull of Argonvost, you stole a winery gem, and captured one of the ladies 3, all in order to ensure that they could not be used against her beloved child. You try and unpack everything that happened in the last few hours, leading to a heartfelt and vulnerable conversation between Desire and Annie. And after everything that you've gone through, Desire is doubting the reason to fight for a place as forsaken as Barovia, but Annie is determined that there will always be good people among the darkness that need to be saved. Meanwhile, Marcus tries to ask Deuce for advice on what he should do to rectify the fight that he had with Desire due to his careless actions in the swamps. Marcus does get some advice, but the credibility is very worrying. And, the party, along with Ez and the still unconscious Laura, you make your way across the river to the safety of the Menhirs, where you choose to have a long rest first. Marcus and Desire, you take a walk away from the others and talk about how Marcus's eagerness to test out his new inventions ultimately put everyone at risk. It goes over well enough that Desire at least agrees to Marcus's idea of planning Luca's birthday party, so it can be as extravagant as the parties they first met at. As the night falls and the coldness encroaches upon you all, Annie applies the spindle and the shuttle together, creating an ethereal thread of iridium light that wraps around her arm and dangles from her finger, allowing her to trace the ruins on the ground. However, Strahd's undead guardians burst forth and begin to swarm you, attempting to stop anyone from reconsecrating that fane. As waves of enemies appear and interrupt the process, Annie, you hyped up on haste and freedom of movement, dash around all 6 ruins and trace each symbol with a thread of light. And with all 6 activated, a thrum of energy buzzes and illuminates each menhir with fey light, combusting all of the undead in the area. The thread on Annie's hand turns into this vein of green energy, and now, as you now are all able to see, in the center of the stone circle is a vein of this ominous crimson light, which arcs towards the east. Where am I? Arcs towards the east and out of sight. And with that connection in place, for a split second, Annie perceives the eyes of Strahd Vazarovich boring into her very soul. But the light from Annie's hand wraps around the darkened vein, constricting it and severing the connection completely. With the connection broken, life begins to sprout around the menhirs. Each stone in the circle is now covered in new vines and glowing with this peaceful radiant light. As you're captivated by this transformation, a doorway appears behind you, and Jenny Greenteeth, the Weaver, steps out to greet you all. Jenny thanks you all for restoring her fang to its original glory and saving Laura. She informs you that whilst she feels a bit stronger, unfortunately, with the other two fangs still desecrated, the ladies three are still unable to restore to their original forms. However, she tells you that Strahd's resistance to elements are no longer in place now that the Swamp Fang is restored, and in turn she offers each of you a resistance of your choice, as well as a necklace of non-detection for Annie. Jenny takes her sister back through the portal, promising to hide her and let her recover in Valaki. So, as Jenny's teleportation doorway closes, you're brought back into the present. The buzzing of swamp flies, now replaced by the chirping crickets. The scent of this like fresh night dew and moss just fill your senses, instead of like the usual burning smell and of rot that seems to surround Perez. What do you want to do?
I want to mention that Annie's resistance that she took was thunder.
Oh, and that too.
Nice.
Because I thought that would work into a sort of like a lot of her sound-based sort of spells. Sort of, it kind of makes sense if that's something that she uses more often, that she'll be less resistant to it. So,
can you remind me? Was it only Annie who had that, Eye of Sauron kind of moment with Strahd, or did we
Only
all
her,
see it?
yeah. No, you didn't see that. You all saw the vein that connected the Swamp Fang to Ravenloft that got snapped, but you did not see Strahd's eyes.
Is Annie at all shaken or anything? I mean,
I don't know. Are you shaken, Annie?
yeah, I think, did we sort of do that at sort of like the end of the last session when we were sort of bidding off Jenny, and that's sort of why she gave her the amulet of protection?
Yeah.
Correct.
oh yes, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that some time has passed.
Yep.
Well, not
What
sometimes. It
time-
literally just happened.
What time of day is it now? I think people ask you this like every single session.
It would be
Annie's
like
keen mind
middle of
says.
the night now. It'll be middle of the night because you guys got to the menhirs at the start of the day, long rested, and then started consecrating again. So it'll be like close to the middle of the night, or evening at the very least, depending on how early you guys started that ritual.
She could have at least given us a lift.
Are you honestly surprised?
They've been as useful as they. What? Meh. Should I set up camp again? Are we stuck here again?
Did we even pack up?
So I didn't.
We bring the wagon around.
Nope, the wagon is still
The
wherever you
weapon's on
left
the
it.
other side of the river slash
river,
swamp.
At the entrance.
I mean, we've only traveled at night once.
It's...
At least this does seem to be a safe place to bed down, but surely we should at least get Annie's pets before they start to wander off in search
Yeah.
of her.
Just a reminder, you guys have left your pets alone for like 2 days now.
Well, we didn't think we were going to be that long.
They'll be okay.
That's okay. We left water in the car.
They've got each
food.
other.
Oh,
This is a lesson in responsibility
uh,
for Annie. She said she could take care of them, and let's find out.
No one. No, we can't. Wait. Love can't. Scout ahead, can
I can.
Oh,
If I
no.
take an hour to bring Love back, I
Love is
feel
dead.
like it.
Yeah, love is
Yes,
dead.
Love is
Thanks
dead.
for opening that wound again, Brianna.
I mean, what has it? It's like after that previous fight with the. Was it from the fight with the house and the witch? That
No, the
you lost love?
skeletons.
Oh,
This is
Okay.
the guardians that killed them.
okay. Okay, so it was just less than an hour ago. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like
we're literally like right
Yeah.
up, like continue on.
Does anyone have any? I mean, we'd need to ford the river again. So Juice, I don't know whether you and Annie can wait an hour for me to summon love, or whether you want to pick them up as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I mean, we're all rested up. I wouldn't
mean,
mind swimming through the bayou a little bit.
If time is of the essence, I can always just fly someone over there.
Fly.
Fly. Much like what Ez did in the fight against the tree. I can do the same now. I feel the power.
I suppose the
fly.
question is, do we want to stay here for the night? I mean,
Or we can
We've
go to
just-
where they are.
done a very significant kind of slap in the face, taken some of Strahd's advantages. Perhaps resting here is not wise.
Yes, and powerful men don't like to be stripped of their advantages and privileges. So perhaps we should move on.
Think
Well,
you would
it's-
even notice though?
Well,
I don't
there's a
know.
there's one way to find out, I guess. I've been.
And remember what Jenny said, like we should do something to sort of secure this area? Or I don't
Like
know how to do
what?
that though.
Like build a fence.
Yeah, like maybe like a really yeah, like one of those fences with the barbed wire, so it's like really hard.
I don't know that we prepared anything like that.
Might be
I
a
think
job
over in
Strahd can fly. Also.
Yeah, it's flying
Um,
chariot.
At this point, as who's still there does speak up, and they go, perhaps it's less about building some sort of barrier. Maybe if we can find someone to at least check on this place periodically to make sure that it doesn't get taken over again.
Juice
I mean,
looks
I
around
can-
and
I-
tries to see if he sees our flying friend Muriel around us anywhere. Like looking for a bird with a blue feather.
Perception check for me.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was just gonna yell, Muriel, are you there?
I'll guide
No.
my eyes. I'll put my hand over my eyes and guide myself to look really closely.
Middle of the
Well,
night,
surely
mate.
Jenny will be back.
I don't care.
Oh.
20. You look up towards the sky to see if you can spot this familiar raven. There's birds in the sky, but none of them seem to have that blue streak in their wing.
Just when you need a bird. None to be found, it looks like. Guess you
Why
can't
don't
fly
we,
this far north.
In terms of people who are comfortable roaming the forests, perhaps Zulika and her tribe would be willing to check on this place every now and again. They're one of the only one of the few
Nomadic.
remaining groups that even acknowledge the ladies three still, correct?
That's true,
Yes.
yeah.
And their den would be on the way back to Krezik, would it not?
It's a little bit
little
further out
ways
from
out.
Krezk.
I thought
But
it
it's
was
a good
north.
idea.
It's in the same
I
area, but yeah.
intend to ask them to I think it would be an important opportunity to smooth over tensions between her pack and Krezik, given that there's been a change in the leadership structure there, let's say. If we could visit them, it would be worthwhile. I think they'd be in the best position to check. I don't know whether anyone in Krezik knows of the significance of this place.
Perhaps not. And it is best that if we can find someone that actually, as you said, cares and knows just how important it is to keep this place safe. those who have a vested interest in restoring the Ladies 3 perhaps be the best.
Makes sense to me.
Well, then I
Well-
guess all that's left to decide is whether or not we stay here for the evening. What remains of it.
Lisa,
Hmm.
can I calculate how far it would take if one was to fly back to the cart and then fly back here? Roughly how long it would take?
As in distance or time?
Time.
Oh. Probably if you like as the crow flies, probably no more than like less than 10 minutes probably.
Oh, okay,
It's
because
not-
that's how
it's
long
only a
fly
few-
lasts.
It's
only a
as the
few,
Marcus flies this time.
Yes, as the Marcus flies.
It's only a few it's several football fields, but if you're just going, straight, then I don't see it taking that long.
Okay.
Unless you get like attacked by something in the sky.
I doubt we'll get attacked by something in the sky. So I can go get your pets if you like. Bring them back.
Well, we'd still have to get them across the swamp then. Maybe we should just make sure
Fly
they're
by.
okay.
Right that way. Of course.
And our cart as well, like, we need that.
I do not believe I have the ability to bring the cart with me, I'm afraid.
No, I don't think you need to bring the animals back either, because then we'll just have to take them back across the swamp.
Okay, let's all.
Sure.
How about this? Let's just all just go to the cart.
Yes, let's go to the cart.
Okay.
Capital.
we have to leave this place anyways. Let's just save half. I don't know how long of a few hours of a trip we'll have to do
So,
during daylight. Let's do
long
it now.
rest at the cart?
Yes.
Capital.
Okay. Is that okay? Committee vote.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Also,
good.
Juice is like, here's my vote, and he goes, "Brrr," he turns into Crocodile.
I'm gonna just Bree's just gonna just parkour and step on Juice's head and just look forward. How is the coast clear? What do I see?
What did your elf eye see? Make another
20,
perception check.
21 passive perception.
Well, you're not passive. If you're like actively perceiving, then yeah, roll for
I
it.
always perceive. I can roll anyways. It's fine. 22. Holy shit.
Okay, so yes, as you are, kind of like looking in the area to see if anything else is potentially sneaking up on you, what else is in the area. Suddenly a fly flies by and actually just hits you in the eye. And you're like, ah.
No. Yeah.
But no, you don't really perceive anything.
You hear a very subtle
Out of the room.
crocodile laugh.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Alright. Alright, Crocodile. Full steam ahead.
Let's go.
Wait, you can talk?
Ah! Wait, can you talk? You can't talk, right? As a
I don't think so.
no, I don't think so.
You hear something that sounds like it, but
You couldn't say for sure.
yeah.
All right, so crossing the river away from like the warmth of the fang, you trudge back through knee-deep water and bog. Insects accosting you again, and every like sliver underneath the surface looks like another brown snake, potentially another brown snake. And it is not long before the wagon and a bit more dry land comes into your view. The wagon is still there. You're muted if you're speaking.
Does it look like any wild things have tried to get into the cart?
The cart seems as is.
Is there any living things in the cart?
Does
Are
it
you
look
close
like any
enough to have
wild
a
things
look?
have tried to get out of the cart?
Are you close enough to have a look? Are you approaching? Are you
Crocodile will approach with whoever wants to stay on his back.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the ride.
okay? So I'm assuming is Snuffles usually kept in like a enclosure, or how is the Mirage kept?
I'd say it's pretty free range. Like I would say that both Snuffles and Waffles kind of look out for each other, and
Oh no.
I think as they get closer, Annie will sort of like yell out their names and if there's any response.
Oh no.
So as you get closer to the wagon, yelling out the names of Snuffles and Waffles, Snuffles is there in a corner, just like, you know, pittering at a bit of hay. Waffles is, however, nowhere to be seen.
Oh no.
Waffles.
Waffles is the blink dog.
Yes.
Oh.
And
Okay.
Uh-oh.
alright, I'm gonna put on my investigate hat and see what can we see. Signs of Waffles.
Is your investigate
Waffles
hat an
gone?
even taller version of your hat?
No, you see Marcus tip up his top hat, pull out like a magnifying glass, and he's ready to go.
And
Amazing.
Penny, how I feel like Waffles is a fairly unusual type of creature to see in these parts. Do you have enough energy left to cast locate animals or plants? That could at least tell us if he's within the immediate vicinity.
Yeah, the
you
thing
s-
about that spell is it was part of my morning ritual.
Oh.
Oh.
Marcus, with your investigation, you see like there's several in the mud surrounding the wagon. There's several indents of paw prints, as if, you know, he's been pacing for a while. Did anyone call out or anything? Or are you just there looking at an empty card?
Oh, I'm like, Brianna.
Yeah.
I see here there's some paw prints. Could you perhaps track those?
I
See where
guess.
they lead.
Bree starts yelling out waffles, and then also just gonna scour the area for some survival skills. Oh no.
This
Whilst
This hits hard with a pet with separation anxiety. I can see him
So,
pacing.
So as Bree, as you call out for Waffles' name, you hear a nearby bush start to rustle.
She nudges Marcus, and I'm like, over there.
Crocodile sniffs the air. Does it smell like Blink Dog in that direction?
Maybe the
it
fact that
smell
you're
like
still in the
waffles?
form of
Yeah.
juice is the problem.
Yeah,
I don't see an animal voluntarily returning to this vicinity with a giant crocodile.
Yeah, you are an apex predator, my friend.
yeah. Bree's just gonna just quietly walk,
love that
over
band.
and see. Yeah.
Marcus will hold back because he's a bit clumsy.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bree, as you're walking over towards the rustling bush, you seem to step on a bit of a branch that snaps, making a noise, and with that, suddenly this creature jumps out from the bushes and tackles you into the mud, and you see Waffles.
Waffles!
Okay.
Waffles!
Help! He's so big. He's so tall. Help!
As he just like
What?
lays down on Bree.
助けてください。助けて。
Waffles,
And he
come
drops
here.
this like slimy bundle thing that hits you in the face, Bree.
What is it? Annie!
Oh, there you are, Waffles! Good boy!
And looking at it closely, it appears to be Molly that has been dropped onto Bree's face.
I was wondering where she got to.
Oh my god, your third child.
That's right.
Waffles, get off me, please!
Waffles,
Licks.
off, drop it. Drop
And appears
Waffling.
in the cart.
Oh,
Oh, good boy.
Good boy.
Boy, not as good as my Rosenthorn, but what a good boy!
yeah. Bree just picks up Molly and just gives it to Annie. Here, okay.
As you're picking up Molly, it appears that the doll is wet and soggy and everything. It appears something might be moving within it as well.
Oh,
He is stuffed to the gills. Should I go get my Molly doll?
yeah, Bree gave it to you. Bree gave it to you.
No, my actual Molly doll.
Okay,
okay.
well,
Aw.
while she gets the IRL Molly, Marcus will give you a hand and yank you out of the mud.
Thanks. God damn it. Alright, let's find a dry place and set up camp again.
Yeah.
Deuce snaps out of his crocodile's form. Says, just before we get 100% settled, I want to make sure that, you know, we're not in any immediate danger if we just sit here for 8 hours. So, Juice just finds somewhere to sit in the back of the cart, and he setting up his dominoes. Gets a nice little comfy seat for himself, places some dominoes in front of him with an empty seat in front, and he's gonna cast Commune to commune with Oladra and ask her some questions.
I'm just gonna pull up Commune again as you set that up.
Yes.
What is it? 5. Oh, thank you. 3 yes/no questions,
Pretty much.
and you have to ask them within 1 minute.
Yes.
It's rapid fire.
I'll get the timer started. Stopwatch online.
Oh wait,
So-
no, hold on. You did send me like how you wanted to do this.
Yeah.
let's Bring it up again.
Oh, and before you ask them,
Accent time redeemed.
Oh no. Christy
why is
already
there a
did it.
cooldown? What did you
Christy-
do?
Christy redeemed it.
Christy, up top. Psh.
Oh my god. Lovely,
Alright.
lovely.
Alright, I got you. The timer is ready to go.
So just to give everyone an idea of what this looks like. So essentially Juice is sitting at a table or whatever it is we have in front of us. And there's 3 dominoes drawn on his side and 3 dominoes drawn on the empty side. And as he's asking the questions, he will flip dominoes, and the answer of a domino will magically flip on the other side, sort of answering the question. But Lisa knows how it works, so she can do the descriptions and whatever else needs to be done. So, oh
So you
god,
set up all-
stupid
Set up the
accent.
6 dominoes.
Yes, accent time.
All right.
60 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, it's loaded up on the clock, Mr. Wilddrawer.
Okay.
Time starts when you ask the first question.
Correct.
All right. All right. Oh. All right. Mon chéri Aladra, if you are listening to me, I need your help down in this bayou. I need answers to my questions.
He doesn't understand the accent. I'm
It's like, who dis?
Right away, mon chéri. First, does Strahd know what we've done here in the Fane and having taken his power away? And he flips over a 6-3 domino.
You see the domino opposite you, just sort of. It's a 6-3.
Oh, Ladra, mon chéri, tell me, now that he knows what we've done, will he or any of his compatriots be on his way to interfere with us? And he flips over a 2-5 domino.
This is taking information from at the moment, right?
At the moment,
Or is this
yeah.
like potentially in the future as well? At the moment.
It's just a question asked yes or no. It says.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume it's at the moment because that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah.
'cause
I
anything
feel
can
like
happen in the
Deuce's
future.
intention would be like, are we under imminent threat right now?
Mm-hmm.
What was the domino? Sorry.
5-2.
5-2. Okay. Okay. I don't know if this is actually a domino, but like you see the opposite one, the one opposite you flip again, and it is a 5-6.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so no imminent danger. Then, would you know if...
one of numbers match? One of numbers match. You said 5-2, right?
Oh, one of
5-6.
them matched. Oh, that's not that good. Okay.
We're
Has
not going
Kira...
by actual 60 seconds.
I'm just gonna say, I just want to know, has Kirill managed to escape from Strahd's dungeon.
Did you call him Kirilla?
Kirill?
Yeah, it's Kirill, but you added like gorilla. It's
When
fucking
Juice talks
gorilla.
in his accent, he doesn't know what is going on, you know?
Let's go,
Gorilla.
you let escaped.
Yes, has he escaped?
Yet.
Sacre bleu.
Sacre bleu.
Baguette.
It's been a few days, at least, if not longer, since we saw
Café
him.
au lait.
Café au lait.
Formidable.
Omelette de fromage.
I am going-
Croissant, Nutella.
Juice
Can you
looking...
just word that question exactly?
Yeah. You
Just
should.
read
Has
it.
Kirill escaped from Strahd's castle?
Oh, I feel a bit like a dick. What's the number that you flipped?
Oh, he flips over a 1-2 domino.
1, 2. Okay, so give me 1 second. You see the domino opposite you also flip. Oh, hold on. Okay. So it can only fail if you cast a spell only more than once a day. Is that what I'm reading correctly?
Correct. This is the
Okay,
first
you
time, so...
Yep, so you see the domino opposite you flip again. And it is a 4-2.
Damn it, what does that mean? He's
Unlock
half
one of the
escaped?
team!
And in that moment with your keen mind, do you remember the werewolf in the dungeon is it me or not Kirill?
Oh, god damn it!
Oh, that's not a dick
Is
move.
Annie
That
within
is not a
listening
dick move.
distance of... Oh no, she'll be attending to Molly right now.
Yeah.
Because
You
I
just
doesn't
overheard
know
the guy,
the
oh
difference.
wait, no, it's the Kirill is the werewolf leader. How did we forget about that?
It's too
How
late.
did we?
God doesn't do redos.
Wait, so which one is it Emil?
Emil is the one. Emil is Zuleika's husband. He's the one that you guys met in the dungeon. Kirill is the one that you guys already killed.
Yeah, we killed him.
Oh yeah, there's no escaping anything
Shit.
anymore.
So that's what I was asking. Is like, can you fail this? Because technically he's not even alive anymore. Like the question just does not like
So-
work.
Yeah, the answer would be unclear.
Yeah. So
Or
Juice
no.
goes
Well,
back right
technically the answer is
after-
just no.
Juice looks in his notes after, like, ah, shit!
no, I don't want to say no in case you guys like think that he didn't escape.
Yeah,
Great
no,
use
you're
of
right.
Keen Mind DM.
Oh boy.
Alright.
If only we as players had keen minds.
I mean, nobody picked up on it.
Yeah.
Oh well,
If
I
one person
actually,
picked up on it, I would have said that. Yeah, that's fine.
I did, but I'm like, I can't interrupt with Juice is asking the question. It's like when Annie asks, "Speak with Dad."
The only thing
Yeah.
that you brought up was
Says-
that it
Everyone
sounded
interrupts
like
Annie with speak with
gorilla.
Dad.
Yes, which I found funny.
Well,
Yeah.
try again tomorrow.
That it's everyone making suggestions in the background and her being like,
Yeah.
What's your name?
if you
Oh,
had
I
to
already
choose
knew
a
your name.
favorite Pop Tart.
Oh, that's a good question.
Alright. Merci et à demain, sweet Olatra. And he kisses, like, the dominoes and puts them away.
Make out with your god.
We avert our eyes.
I didn't
Sounds
say any of you had to
gross.
watch, okay?
For those of us watching, that seemed quite incomprehensible. Good, bad.
Not great. It seems as though Count Strahd knows exactly what we've done here, and he may or may not be sending someone, or even himself, on his way. It was not 100% clear. So,
That's concerning.
yes. And
But he definitely knows what we've done.
it would appear this way, Marcus.
I think we need to be prepared with our best and brightest weaponry. And looks over at Annie.
Do you
And
think
then he
we,
shakes his head. And it's just
should
like,
we
Never
keep
mind.
watch maybe tonight?
Absolutely.
mm.
Okay.
Annie, I do hope that you open that thing up before we return to town, because and clear it of whatever leeches or swamp creatures she's accumulated.
Oh, yes, of course. Also, I don't know. I think you can see it on stream, but I've had her sitting in my window in my lounge room, and the sun has like bleached her woolen hair and now
Oh,
it's
no.
blue in places.
She's got a shrieks.
Oh,
She's getting old.
brilliant!
She's getting
Molly
old.
is
The girl is
aging.
Oh.
It's from being in the
Oh my
swamp.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, the swamp algae.
Yeah, yeah.
The stress level, even Molly's feeling it right now.
Yeah, Molly needs a break.
Yeah, Annie will let's just presume that since becoming a single mum of 2 creatures and 1 doll, she's carrying around a treat pouch and gives a treat to Waffles.
Sorry, Miss
and-
Keen Mind, but don't you have 2 dolls? Oh no, you gave the other one back.
No, you have 2 dolls.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
got
Annie
the
does as well.
zombie head and the
I
shell.
don't believe
yes.
I've got the head count better than Annie does.
There's just a lot of things you guys are carrying around. That
What's
we
the
keep
name of
track
the other one?
It's
That's
the
the
Annie.
Annie
It's
doll.
just Annie.
That's the Annie doll, yeah.
But I
The
haven't
zombie-
made
the
a
zombie
plush of
Annie
it
doll.
yet, so.
The Annie doll is just sitting in Annie's pack, like glowering at Molly. Molly gets
Yeah,
all the
you
attention.
you still have that, remember? Because it is technically an item.
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
God.
We haven't had need for it, but that's not a reason
Yeah, I
to
know.
forget one of your children. Yeah, so Annie will go ahead and unpick the seam at the back of Molly.
Okay, so as soon as you unpick the seam, like the minute you get any sort of like a gap in between, like this swamp beetle, the swamp beetles just start crawling out from the gap,
Ah! Oh!
along
been
with what
picking
seems to be
those
like a baby brown snake.
Aw, I bet I know who your mama is.
And it's like, no, okay.
Yep. Annie will flick those back into the swamp, and
It's
do
like-
a bit more of it. Yeah, I don't suppose you picked up any shiny things?
No shiny, just creepy.
Yeah, that would be expected around here. Well, good job.
Creepy.
I'll put you back with your sister. There we
Creepy.
go.
So what do you guys want to do? Are you going on a long rest before you start heading back to Krezek, or are you...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
Yeah, we
Let's
did
play it
just have a
safe.
big battle. Annie, I'm presuming is... I forgot how long the buff that Deuce gave her lasts for, but she's probably very close to just...
It's probably gonna be gone within an hour. Of you getting it? I think.
Yeah, freedom movement doesn't last that long, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, she's probably very close to just passing the fuck out.
Yeah, and it is like, you just feel like all of your energy is just like drained from you, as you just like,
So-
you come down from a very big high.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think sort of regardless of what the party chooses to do, she's going to be, from my understanding of the spell, is going to be meow.
Mm.
Ah,
Chirpy girl.
Yeah.
Big meow.
Okay. I'm gonna
She
mute
is going to
myself.
be wanting a very, very long rest very immediately.
Are you guys keeping watch? Are you...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bree will take first. I don't know who else would like to join. Maybe with
I've
us,
got
or...
energy. I can
Okay.
stay up a little longer.
Yep.
Okay, so first watch is a Zai and Bree.
Yep.
I need to bring love back. So I'll do that now while we're sitting and waiting.
Okay, cool.
Well then, in that case, do you want to do the perception check then, Bree, since the Zai is busy?
Yeah, sure.
Rusha spelling love back.
Shit. That's a 13.
Did you already add the Lucky Stone modifier?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
know, it's from
integrated
the-
into it.
Yeah, that was from like the night, after
Oh,
the
okay,
previous
yep.
fight. So
So your base roll is
2.
Yeah.
Do you have any of your foretelling rolls left?
You still have. Oh, I can't remember if you have foretelling rules left. I still have mine left.
Yeah, because we didn't use them today, did we?
Well,
No, I don't
we
remember
set
if you
them
did.
up at the start of the battle, and if they weren't used in the battle, then yeah, you'd still have them.
Okay, I guess I can use. Fine, might as well use. I'll use my 10. Oh wait, would that be the
No,
total?
it doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
that'll be
a
the total.
It doesn't
Yeah,
have a
yeah, 13.
13? Okay, cool. Are you on the cart? Are you outside the cart? Where are you right now?
Wherever Desire is, I'll probably be on the other side. I'll probably be.
I'm gonna assume Desire's in the cart in that case.
Yeah, I'll probably just be like.
I'm not on the
maybe-
ground like some kind of common animal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just not sure if she'll be like on the driver's side, like just like on the back of the car.
I'll
on the
probably
edge of
be
the cart.
sitting. I'm assuming that there might be some people curled up in the back of the cart,
Yeah.
so I'll be sitting in the driver's seat.
Okay.
Annie is snuggled up with her children.
I'll
Children?
be on. Yeah, I'll be. Yeah, just outside the cart. I guess.
Okay. Yep. So you're keeping a keen eye around outside the cart. Seems like a quiet night. Who's barking?
Christy, apparently.
It's just
Marcus.
Little animal comes
yeah,
in.
the window's open. I don't know. There's a dog outside. There's a dog. it's
All
waffles.
the animals today.
It's waffles.
Rosenthal trying to tell us that Molly fell down a well.
Do you think if Waffles is around, could I possibly get another shot of like perception?
Well, Waffles is, unless you want to rouse him, Waffles is sleeping right now.
Okay, never mind. All good.
Okay, so after 10 minutes, Desire is able to bring Love back. Your brother's back.
Oh, it's an hour.
Oh, never mind.
With the ritual casting is an hour and 10 minutes, so
Okay, after an hour and 10 minutes, I'm gonna assume like your watch probably takes around then anyway.
Yep.
So by the end of your watch, Love has been resummoned.
welcome back. I'm sorry those mean zombies did that to you.
Alright, who's taking next watch?
That's the kindest and gentlest I've ever heard Desire speak, and no one heard it.
I just love.
I totally heard it.
I'm
Juice will
definitely
get
like
up.
patting Love and
Aw.
if we've got any like rations, I'll break off a corner. Doesn't need to eat, but I'll give her some anyway.
Oh, your birdie's back. That's so cute.
She's not cute. She's glamorous. She's sleek and elegant and beautiful.
And her eyes are like pink and black and mysterious.
Right.
Who else would we wake?
My darling, with your superior vision, would you like to help Juice keep watch?
Ruffles feathers.
The tallness and the
after
shortness. Let's go.
After all, we have this much more square footage to cover.
Yeah, Love flies over and lands on Deuce's head.
Good. There you go,
Can't quite
Juice. You
reach
have
him,
an
he's like,
extra foot of vision. Good night.
Good
Roll
night.
your Love and Desire. Roll your Love and Desire. Love and Deuce. Roll your perception checks.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'll be guiding myself this whole time.
19.
What did I roll?
Did you roll
Oh,
your
ooh,
dice?
22. We're looking out.
Oh, 22. Sorry, I totally that's a different one. Okay, so within the hour and a half ish of your watch, you do notice a few ravens, 3 of them in particular. They seem to be like you see them at the start. They circle for a little bit and then leave, and near the end of your watch, the same 3 seem to have returned. Circle a little bit more and then leave.
Are they ever within 30 feet?
Oh no, these are high in the sky.
Ravens.
Just shoot one down.
No. No particular identifying marks on these ravens.
They're a bit higher, but even with your 22, They seem to just be regular black ones.
Interesting.
You're not too sure if they've like spotted you guys or they're just sort of in the area.
What do you make of this, Marcus? We know birds have eyes and beaks and mouths.
Marcus is still asleep, I think.
Does Marcus know that?
Wait, I thought Marcus was awake.
No, it's just you and the bird.
Love.
But you can talk to the bird.
Oh, it's me and the bird. Yeah, I thought it was Marcus for some reason.
No.
Marcus lands on your head, yes.
Damn it.
Love just chitters on your shoulder, like.
Oh, right, desire. Great. This watch is for the birds, for real. All right. Until the end of my the rest of my shift, I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace to see if at least for the rest of my shift, birds can't come back. And maybe see us as
on
easily.
on everyone?
Well, within 30 feet. It's
Okay. Oh yes, because it's yeah. Sorry, I thought it was like amount of creatures. All right. So you cast Pass Without the Trace on everyone in the cart.
Yeah.
All right. Who's taking next? Who's taking next watch? You have Ezra with you as well.
Birds. Looks like they're looking at us. Something. Just passes out in the back of the cart.
Sounds paranoid.
As looks up, they can also take watch with whoever.
Yeah,
wants to take
Ed's.
watch now.
You're gonna let Annie sleep.
Yeah, let Annie sleep. She got really worn out by that extreme zooms she got to experience.
Tell me about it. It's quite a that magic there. I've not really seen that before. Very impressive, Mr. Ravenswood.
Oh, why, thank you. I just realized I could do it. It's just about enhancing some of the body's natural functions to like their limit.
You seem to be very good at that. As they pat the prosthetic.
Oh yes. Speaking of which, now might be a good time to just do some maintenance.
Okay. So if you're actively doing maintenance, then Ez will do the perception check.
Sounds good. Because I'm garbage anyway. Rosenthorn can help, of course.
Oh wow, I'm rolling like trash.
Well, fortunately, I have dog. Let's go, dog.
Roll for dog.
Sorry. I really dislike what they've done with it, but
Yeah.
where are we? Perception.
Did something change?
Why did it become +0? Whatever. So
They
it's...
moved it from the section where it used to be in like the extras part on D&D Beyond to being in the spells.
So
Oh.
he actually got 19 in total.
Okay, so
And
as
Ez
you're
got
doing
8.
as you're doing maintenance on Ez's prosthetic limb, Rosenthorn is keeping a very watchful eye out. Both of you are a little bit distracted. You hear growling for a quick second as Rosenthorn seems to like just bat away a brown snake that was trying to climb into the cart.
Good boy. Very good boy, Rosenthorn. Come here, let me scratch your ears.
I should probably Ez goes, I don't think we've quite determined this, but what exactly is the plan next? I'm assuming we're heading back to Krezik.
Well, it's honestly been a long couple of days. I think it might be a good idea prior to waging any sort of extended conflict to perhaps take some downtime. Do you remember Luca, the sheep farmer in Krezik? Nice lad.
I have heard it, but I have not personally talked with him.
Well, his birthday is coming up, and I know my wife has, been having there's the freebie. Has been having as hard a time as anyone, so I think it might be good to throw a classic Lady Ravenswood style party for dear Luca.
It's quite a It's quite the plan. I mean, it might not be a bad idea to lay low for a few days after what happened. Certainly, his eyes might be on us.
Indeed, and
Cocky.
Krezek.
I mean,
Mm,
yeah, Krezek could surely use a bit of celebration after what happened, I guess.
yes, completely agree. Given what happened with the abbot and his minions and just all the chaos that sadly seemed to follow us as we came, but it's also a good chance to bring Zuleika's tribe together and establish a sort of peace in Krezek. That would be really, really good. So that no one lives in fear.
They've certainly had enough of that recently.
Dude.
Right. Well, Van Richten and Arigel should be reaching Barovia very soon with Stella.
Excellent.
I'll check back with them when we get back to Krezek, see how their journey is going, update them on everything on our end.
Oh,
I
thank
feel like
you
I'm
for taking care of
losing
that, Eds.
my Vistani accent. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just like I've not done it in so long, but like I can't get back the Vistani accent I've like made for all these characters. They're just sounding more and more like Russian. Anyways.
Do you have a frog in your throat?
I feel like I
Eds?
need to watch back our I need to watch back our like earlier streams.
Yeah, well, I totally feel you as a DM who tries and often fails to do voices. I totally feel you.
God, it's like the one accent I could do and somehow I've lost it. Alright, anyway. So your watch ends.
Great.
You are Rosenthorn saves you from the brown snake that was attempting to climb into the car.
Yes, good boy. Pat, pat, pat.
Alright, and with that, your long rest is over. And you'll gain the benefits of the long rest.
S-
You wake up to a... Actually, are you guys long resting or short resting? Because no, you just say long rest, it'll be easier.
Too late, I hit that button.
It's
Yeah.
It'll be like early afternoon-ish by the time you guys finish your long rest, I reckon. Early afternoon-ish of the next day.
That is often when I finish my long rest.
Wait, I thought we
you
were
guys
to
started...
bed at like in the evening.
Yeah.
So we'll wake up 8 hours long rest and
So it'd
we
be
should-
like
you guys
late
after
morning.
after you guys had the fight with Baba, which was in the morning, you guys then went to the Maniers, which would have been like in the afternoon. You had a long rest, which would then mean in the middle of the night, and then you guys reconsecrated.
Okay, so it's
That
like
makes sense.
lunchtime.
What time is it? Oh, okay.
The hours mean nothing anymore.
I feel like reconsecrating a
clock.
fane is sort of something best done at midnight or switching hour.
Yeah, it was done at night. Yeah.
So then it's still probably 8 a.m.
No, but
Morning,
you guys
right?
just had another long rest.
Well,
'cause
then
you
we
crossed the
had
riv-
to travel back to the cart.
That
and
took,
then have another long rest.
well, it can't be afternoon. It's got maybe midday at worst. So confused.
Not,
Can we
not
get like a
late-
proper
not like
sleeping
late
schedule back?
Not like a late afternoon, sort of like a early after, like noon-ish kind of thing.
Can
'cause
we
you guys
sync
would
our
have, like-
iCal?
Yes.
Alright, and everyone, here's the timepieces I made in that long rest. Let's all sync them right now for the heist.
Well-
Watch.
Annie can always tell you the time.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Annie,
is a
tell us the
synced,
time. We've
But
coddled
if-
you long enough. Wake up and tell us the
depending
time.
Yeah, depending on where you go, because it took about a day for you guys to get to Perez, right? So it depending on where you go, it'll be nighttime-ish when you reach Perez.
So, should we drop by the winery, give them the gem?
Yes, goddamn, I where's the map again? I lost it. Hold on.
I'll
could
put
you put us on the
I'll
map,
put you guys on
please?
thing. Yeah, that might
Thank
be
you.
easier.
Yeah, we drop that off, put in an order for some champagne de l'estompe for the party, rest the night, and then head on to Krezek in the morning.
Invite some people to a party.
Sounds like a capital idea.
Alright, Marcus, can you just make sure you update that calendar thing that you guys were keeping?
Yeah, I'm very good at that.
Yeah, because it was actually really helpful for me when I was
thank
writing
you.
notes.
Thank you. Alright, so we'll go to the winery and deliver gem.
Okay, so you're heading towards the winery. I'm just gonna change the music real quick. So you wake up. It's still rather cold and whatchamacallit, it's very frigid is the word for it. Frigid in the swamp. Are you guys heading straight to the Wizard of the Wines, or are you choosing to do anything on the way?
Can I see? Yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask. So we are what, like in the woods?
We're at you. Is that-
You is
Yeah,
a
we
red.
are down in the bottom-ish.
Right. Yeah.
So we're here.
And Q
where
is
are the-
Wizard of the Wines?
Wizard is here, W.
Wizard is the W, so we'd need to head
What's
to
a
the
Crescent?
west.
Here's that castle thing with the
Durgan.
Argynvost's
hold.
Oh, we need to drop the skull there. You got so much skull.
I know,
So much skull.
So much skull.
but I worry that we won't be able to enjoy our time of rest. Strahd will definitely come after us if we restore
Yeah.
the skull. Though I do understand logically, it makes sense.
It may be good to drop off the last of the wine gems before we kind of summon that kind of retribution on our heads.
Okay.
Where do the werewolves live?
I think it was like somewhere up here, wasn't it? The woods.
They're a bit north of Crescent, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like
Oh,
somewhere
okay.
around here in the
Garlic
woods.
Woods.
Slavage Woods. Do they actually have a token for them? Oh, sorry, a letter.
I think also for Lisa's sake, let's just stick to the original plan of just
Yes.
heading back towards the town. Like we can probably drop the gem at the for wine, but then just head to Krezek. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because
Yeah, we already mentioned it to Lisa. Let's not break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God knows we have a plan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the werewolf then is it's not up here.
Sorry, you're talking about like not going to Argos.
Oh,
like yeah, I
yes,
know that.
yes.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. Okay, so Z. That's really
Okay.
not
Where the
that
werewolf
far.
den is.
That's good.
Yeah. So we'll just head to W, drop off the gem,
Mhm.
have some tea, and then fuck off and head to S. Head to Crest.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
And invite the Mardikovs, of course.
maybe.
Mm.
And be like,
Alright.
bring some of that good wine, thank you, bye.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
So as
You're
the-
our catering staff.
So you're inviting them to literally bring you service.
Service with a smile, thank you.
Yeah,
this
but
is part of
also
the
it's-
life
it's
mission, isn't it? They give out the
networking.
wine for free. I don't understand.
And while we're there, we
New
can ask.
clientele.
We can ask if it was their ravens keeping an eye on us last night.
Point. All right, trundle off. This cart is crowded, so I'm going to summon Steed.
What?
Oh no!
You're all going to summon Steed?
Yeah.
Summon Steve.
Summon Steed. I'm going to cast a ritual in the morning to summon a phantom steed.
What?
It's not my fault you didn't take paladin levels.
What does this work? Summon Steve.
I know exactly
how you
this
spell
works.
Steed.
Look at you, now back to me. I'm on a horse.
Yeah.
Wait, is it find Steed or summon Steed?
Phantom steed, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, Phantom Steed.
Oh, Phantom
Uh,
Steed.
It's not the paladin spell.
It isn't? What is this then?
I think it's a wizard spell.
Oh, I
It's
see.
an
It only
illusion.
lasts an
Okay,
hour.
It's an illusion magic, and I
I
don't.
mean, yeah,
believe
it
we
only
can
lasts
do
an hour, but
combat.
you can.
Oh, wait, no,
Luminescent
rituals
Steed.
Yeah.
I mean, you can continuously
Okay.
summon it every 1 hour.
Okay.
Up to you. Alright, so you summon this magnificent creature. What does it look like?
It's a large, very sleek and shiny black horse.
Whose name is Steve?
No. I haven't come up with a name yet. I'm gonna
Name is Steed Bonnet.
I'm gonna feel the vibe out as we ride and think of that. Think of what I can call it.
Speak to you.
I don't
Okay.
think it speaks.
I don't think so.
It is a horse. It's an
is
illusion of a
It's
horse.
an illusion of a horse, so it's not. It's probably not even completely corporeal.
It's quasi-real.
It's
Quasi-real.
yeah.
What does that mean?
She can ride it.
Just
Probably
mean-
means
yeah.
it doesn't have like a it's not technically an animal. It says a horse-like creature, so
Okay, so you do. It is like a horse, except you see just like wisps of black smoke emanating from it. So it's like kind of like transparent and fading, but it still keeps its shape, even though I'm like a smoky horse.
it's very aesthetic. I love it.
Oh my god, CC.
So loud.
Baby! Show us
CC is
the baby.
protesting.
Oh shit. There.
Yes,
Oh,
child.
baby.
Yeah. Now you're
How's
quiet.
today?
Now she's quiet.
Now she's quiet. Here. The naughty child right here.
Hi, baby. All right,
I
let's
love
go to the
them. Those are so
Matakovs.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna mute myself. What do you want?
No, give us the child.
sorry, I'm just rolling.
What?
Wow, I'm rolling terrible today. Okay. So as your cart rattles along the familiar road towards the Wizard of the Wines, the path away from the bog, away from everything, the path is much clearer, clearer of like tree blights and other sort of dangers and obstacles that you guys first faced when you went down this road. It is about nearing evening when a squawk catches your attention. You look up and you see a raven with a blue streak in its wing circling overhead.
I've been
We'll wave
looking
to
for
it.
her.
The raven sort of like dive bombs towards you all, transforms back into Mira in midair, and tumbles into the cart with you.
Oh wow,
And
acrobatic.
she goes, oh my goodness, am I glad to see you all? It's been so long. Tell me everything.
Oh
When
man.
was the last time we saw you?
Oh, it's gotta be at least a few weeks by now.
Feels like a
Feels
year.
more like- yeah, it's like a couple
Isn't
of
it?
days, but
Time
okay.
flies weirdly fast in Barovia, but there's so much things have happened since I last saw you. I mean, every now and then, the Markovs will report where you are, but I haven't heard too much since. The boys told me the boys told me that you've been at Perez the other night.
Yeah, we did observe a few ravens, or at least I observed a few ravens overhead last night. Would you happen to know if they were part of your flock and just keeping an eye on us, or are there
Oh, that's
other
probably-
competing flocks that are somewhere?
Probably not. I mean, if it's us, then there's only there's obviously like proper ravens, but it'll probably just be us. I think it's most likely Martin, Vigo, and Claudiu. They tend to sneak out in the middle of the night just to fly around a little bit.
Okay. That's more
You
comforting
remember
to know.
they are Stefania's kids.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes.
How could we forget?
Yes. Good old Stefania.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, it's always easier to keep a track of you. You know, you have that very distinctive look, very very nice. It's just, it's hard when you're all in your raven forms. Aside from that, to be able to distinguish you. So.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure why I'm the only one with a marking. It kind of makes me stand out a little bit. Not good. I like it, but I don't know if I I don't know if I like it.
You don't know if you love
Very
it.
stylish. I say embrace what makes you unique.
Yes. In fact, it's so unique. You could be the logo of a certain group. I'm
It's
sure.
really specific.
Is there like a certain pattern that you can fly in or that you can share, so that you can just give us a sign if it's your flock or something like that? Something that only we'll recognize.
Well, that can certainly be discussed with the Markovs. If you want us the way to communicate with you, whilst we're still in our raven forms.
Yeah, I think that might be
Do
worth
like a
it.
barrel roll in midair or something like that.
Yes, a double barrel roll followed by a helix, like a loop de loop. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. It sounds great.
Maybe something a touch more subtle, Juice.
Yes, perhaps flying.
We're not the only ones who might be watching.
Yes, flying in a figure 8 or some such.
Well, what did the ravens that you saw do precisely?
They just they came, circled us, left, and came back and did it again. Not much more than that I could remember.
I don't recall Strahd ever using such creatures to observe us. I feel like he has ways of watching us that we haven't even figured out yet.
It feels like bats are more his familiar than a raven.
Well, if he does choose to use a raven to spy on people, it's certainly not one of ours. It would just be a regular raven.
Good to know.
So how do we tell the difference between regular ravens and were-ravens?
I mean, I guess that's the point, right? You can't.
Oh.
Where ravens apparently will do barrel rolls. In
Why,
any
have you done
case,
have you done something to anger him in particular?
we exist. I think that's a source of irritation enough.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, how far away from just get somewhere maybe that's not out in the open?
Good idea. We can
I
talk.
mean,
and
you guys are
move.
on the path right now, so it'll probably be like another hour before you hit the winery.
Yeah, I wasn't sure right when she popped up, so I'm like, okay.
Yep. Kind of like halfway through.
Okay.
But either case, I see you guys are going back to the winery.
Yes.
We got something to drop off.
You coming with?
Yeah, I mean, I've been sort of spending most of my time between Vallaki, Barovia, the winery, and the windmill as well the last few weeks. It's been quite busy, just keeping an eye on everything. A lot has happened on Vallaki especially, but your windmill is fine. It's still abandoned, probably for the best, to be honest.
It's
And what'd you say
a
about
good
Vallaki?
cleansing with sage. Get the
Yep.
the bad vibes out.
Has
What
the
was-
vacuum of power been subsumed in Vallaki?
Okay, just to fill you in, it must have been about a week ago. Yeska, you remember the little boy from the church? He...
He's the altar boy.
The altar boy, yeah. It seemed Father Lucian was attacked overnight. Yeska woke up and find him lying in a pool of his own blood. He's alive, but
Jesus.
Christ.
but you remember
Alright.
Milibaj, right? The other kid?
Yeah.
Yes. The stalwart one.
He wasn't so lucky.
Oh no.
They found him in the church next to Father Lucian, and the shovel that he always carries was bloodied. He must have put up some sort of a fight, regardless of whatever it is that attacked him.
Any
Father,
Are there any signs of what could have done this? Claw marks, bite marks.
From what I heard, it seemed to that he had either gotten beaten up and stabbed, and yes, there was some sort of bite marks as well. Father Lucian is in very bad shape, and he's been like bedbound with fever since the attack. But Claudia's looking after him. She's doing her best though, and we haven't been able to figure out exactly what happened because Yeska has been too traumatized to say anything since he found him like that. But and you remember Lady Walker's book club, right? The ones that got apprehended after the festival.
How could we forget?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Well, they all of them after that attack, all the remaining members, the ones that were serving out their sentence, they all disappeared overnight.
Oh no. Our loose ends coming back to strangle
Bite
people.
us.
Like, we're not too sure if it was them, but like it has to be them, right? The timing lines up. It has to be them somehow. But like, I don't know why they would hold a grudge against Father Lucian. Father Lucian was the one that dissuaded the council from carrying out executions to spare them the death sentence. They should be thanking him if anything.
Strange.
We can't claim to know how these people think, because after all, weren't they sacrificing people? What was their whole deal? They were sacrificing people to
Right.
appease. Was it to appease Strahd, or I forget? Sorry, it's
Probably
been
something along the sort.
years.
Yeah.
I believe they were conducting sacrifices of innocence in his name.
They
So-
were trying to catch his attention, but I must say they didn't do a very good job, because when we asked after her at Strahd's castle, he himself had no recollection of her.
I don't know if Lady Wachter ever sort of made any contact with Strahd, or she was just, it was very one-sided. She was just trying to get his attention, but he didn't really care.
Well, as we've seen with Witch of Berez, delusion is a powerful motivator, so she will still be one to be wary of.
Yes,
mean-
and she seems to have enough charisma to hold those followers of her in her thrall. So I
Father
could see.
Lucian, they would be dead without him.
Hmm.
Did they perhaps wish to be? I can't fathom it.
Feels like
It's not-
if they somehow were freed by Lady Wachter again, it wouldn't really matter if they were spared if they're doing her bidding, and Father Lucian is a fixture of the town. Perhaps she's trying to weaken the town once again with any
Yes.
of its
Recreate.
potential leaders.
Recreate the chaos of the festival in a sense by striking down the leaders of the current town.
Yeah.
Another factor aside from Strahd that we've left loose. Do we have anything with us that we took from Lady Wachter still?
Yes.
Yes.
What do we have?
Aren't you wearing
We
it?
have her fashion.
I'm wearing it.
Yeah, but dresses.
I'm not giving it back. I paid good money to have this taken in.
I'm not saying, we necessarily need to do anything, but
Lady Wachter's a little thicker around the middle than I am.
I had intended to use this idea for Strahd today, but I can attempt to scry in on someone's location, and considering we have a piece of her clothing, maybe scrying in on her will give us an idea of what she's up to at least, so at the very least we can maybe give people an idea of what to look out for.
True.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to do that while we're still writing, or do you want to do it when we're...
As long as we do it before the end of the day, so that I can do it again if we want to try on Strahd or on someone else. It might be more difficult to scry in on Strahd, but since we don't have anything of his directly, I don't think.
Just be careful that he doesn't scry back into you.
Yeah, that's another.
And we do actually have something
Thing.
of his.
You have plenty of this.
Yeah, we have the tome
Well-
of Strahd.
Like what? What do we have of his?
The tome. Literally, it's his diary. We have his diary.
Right.
It was a very
Well-
sad book.
Okay, that counts, I think. It's a possession.
It was a bit of a dry read, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Maybe we can wait until we're back at the winery, and then we
Yeah.
can try and see what Lady Wachter's up to.
Muriel,
Hmm.
you mentioned Father Lucian had claw marks? As
Bite
part
mark.
of his bite marks.
But yeah, bite mark. That's what I heard at least. I haven't had a chance to see him in person because I didn't want to, bring attention to the Markovs.
I'm just worried that Fiona Wachter, her followers, and perhaps even Izek, who, when we last saw him, transformed into quite the horrible creature that might be capable of dealing such horrific carnage.
Either
Perhaps
way,
they
it's a
have joined
miracle that
forces.
it's a miracle that he's still alive
Yes.
for the time being. I mean, Claudia's doing her best to look after him, but there's only so much she can do.
So, well, we may have to stop by after.
Everything
God,
else?
Lisa, you make us want to go there straight away, damn it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
unless
little
it's-
hard to have a celebration under these circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's something that you guys want me to take back to them.
Have any potions of
It's
healing?
been
I'm
it's been
looking.
about a week since he was attacked anyway. I don't
Oh.
think his condition has not worsened from what I've heard, but
Okay, so
hasn't also much improved either.
basically he's in a coma. Don't worry about it.
Don't jinx it, man. At least he's stable from the sounds of it. Yeah.
Perhaps if you can simply ask Claudia to better describe the wounds. We've encountered many beasts in these lands. Any indication that we can get of what might have caused this will help us narrow our search.
Hmm. Do you know Vanrickton? Sorry, if actually wait, they know, right? Do they know?
I don't
Oh,
think they do.
okay,
No.
do you know
Van-
if,
Vanrickton-
do you know Rictavio made it back to that town?
Rictavio? I mean,
Yeah.
it's been a few days since I've been in Vallaki. I haven't seen them if they made it back in the last few days.
Yeah, with the daughter.
Stella.
Aragol.
Yeah,
Aragorn.
yeah. I'm
They
just
have
wondering-
Stella?
Yeah.
Stella's been restored. Oh, right, that's kind of a big deal. Stella
Yeah.
has been restored.
Oh shoot, that's amazing.
Oh, shoot, indeed.
Stella did promise to contact me through Victor and not to go with her mother if she reappeared.
So
I
I'm
have
very-
not seen them the last few days though, but wow, okay, I didn't realize that that happened. So she's going back to Barovia now? I know Victor's still in Barovia.
That's correct.
Yes, Victor
Yeah.
is studying under the Burgomaster there, I believe.
Yeah, so I know Victor and Petrovna have relocated to Barovia. They would have been there for about a week and a half-ish by now.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if maybe our dear friend might be able to have a look at that situation if he's in town. I can probably shoot him a message when we get there.
Yeah, I mean, I can certainly fly back to Vallaki too and let you guys know in a few days exactly what type of wounds that Father Lucian has. See if it's
Yes.
something that you guys can treat. Or I can find Rictavio. I don't know how Rictavio's gonna help though. Doesn't he just play music?
He's very knowledgeable.
Huh.
Haven't you ever had the experience where a good tune can soothe the soul?
I mean, I don't know
He's
if
very
Victor Tune is gonna
well-travelled.
close up
Very well
bypass, but-
traveled. Yeah, like as an
Alright.
artist, you always need a second job.
Wow, that's depressing. But true. You either need to be born
Yeah.
into comfort that lets you pursue your craft, or you
Yeah.
need a second job.
The second job is knowledge. Anyways.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for them when I head back to Vallaki.
Yes,
But,
but please come to Krezek in 1, 2. So if you could be in Krezek before dusk on Friday, so in 4 days, you're invited to Luca's party.
You guys are doing a birthday party for him?
Oh yeah.
We don't know your birthday, Muriel, or else we would have.
this is like silence.
This is
saying she's
not favoritism.
Mhm.
When is your birthday, Muriel?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, it's already passed. It was a few months ago.
Ah.
Never get to it.
Oh heck yeah, I'd love to come.
We'd certainly love to have you and your family there, and I don't know if Marcus wants to pass on a list of Valakians.
Yeah, sure.
I wonder what you're
Muriel-
inviting to this place.
How is Victor and Lady Petrovna?
I mean, I've not made myself seen to them, but Lady Petrovna, they look like they're settled in somewhat. Ismark has taken them in, of course, but Victor's been helping with rebuilding the village and the buildings that were wrecked in the attack with the hunger, and he gets to use his magic freely over there. That's good. He
That's
doesn't have to
good.
hide it anymore.
Oh, I'm so
I mean,
glad.
The townspeople are still a little bit apprehensive. Haven't really warmed up to them, but you know, it's to be expected.
And aside from the possible members of the book club, are there any other suspects that you think would or any other people who would want to sort of cause harm?
I mean, there's definitely still a few more followers of the original Burgle. Shit, what was his name? The original Burgomaster.
Valakovich. Oh,
That's his-
Vargas.
Vargas, yeah. There's definitely still, you know, dissenters of the current council system, and you know, would have much preferred Vargas, but they're few and far between. I don't think any of them would have been able to. And regardless, even if they did support Vargas, it's not like they would do something like that to Father Lucian. Father Lucian has always been quite a, you know, a well-liked figure in the city. But like, look, I've looked everywhere that I can, you know, at least safely fly to. I haven't been able to see them or Lady Wachter. It's like they just disappeared into the mist somehow. Did you want me to keep an eye on anyone in particular in Vallaki in the meantime?
Oh, if you see Ernest,
Oh,
he used
shit.
to work for for Lady Wachter, but he is I suppose in our employ now. He was looking into the whereabouts of Fiona and Isaac. Ismark? We're back on this.
Isaac.
Which one?
The-
Isaac?
Is Marco's Irina's brother?
I'm never gonna get it. We're like 40, 50 sessions in. I do not know the difference between those two. Isaac.
IZEK.
Ernest was looking into those. If you see him, please do check in with him. It's been some time since we were last in contact, and let him know we'll be in Kresik. We would really appreciate an update on what he has found.
All right.
And you know, Bree's hair's growing out a little. She needs a touch up.
Oh, is that what happened?
Completely forgot about that. Holy shit.
Don't you remember when you got your head like erotically shaved by Ernest?
I completely forgot. Oh my god.
Alright, so you give Muriel a rundown of what Ernest looks like, so she can potentially keep an eye out on Vallaki.
You're in that really like awkward growing out stage by now. We need to get a trim.
Yeah. Oh man. Are we there yet?
As you say that, it's not too long before the surrounding forest opens up into the familiar winery, and the familiar winery comes into view. The smell of like fermenting grapes like, you know, filling your nose immediately as you walk, your cart rattles down the road. And at this point, Muriel does go, well, I guess you're here. I'll see you guys in a few days' time. I'll find my way back to Vallaki, and you see her go back into a raven, fly off towards the sky.
Bye.
And
Okay.
not too far ahead, I'll put you guys on the map. So just go into the middle part of the winery, because there's like the 3 levels on the map.
To the ground floor.
Ground floor, yeah. I think I already put your tokens in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, not too far ahead, you do see Adrian and Stefania seem to be stacking barrels into the cart in the loading bay.
I can't. Who?
Hoy hoy.
Yeah, it was just
No, Adrian and Stefania.
Yeah.
Over
Hello,
here,
neighbors.
on the side.
Hello, friends.
Oh god.
Hail and well met.
Those horses are
Hey.
enormous. Holy shit.
Oh, whoops. Kind of just ran right past them.
Hey, it's nice to see you again. It's been way too long. Come, this is Adrian. Come on in. Father's just inside. What brings you to our neck of the woods again?
We
Annie?
got a present.
We're
Show 'em.
returning what was once yours again.
Whip it out.
Again.
Whip it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you showing him the gem? Are you?
I assume so.
Yeah.
I
gave
believe
it to-
Bree
I gave
had
it-
it.
No,
Yeah.
I gave it to Annie. Oh. Okay.
Well, whoever
You have
has
it?
it, whip it out.
Hold on a second. We empty out the friggin' bag.
Alright, well, if Bree
I know
has
it's
it
in here
again.
somewhere.
Dead corpses later.
Dead corpses. Ah, the gem.
Okay, so you present this glowing green gem to Adrian.
Yeah.
You see Stefania and Adrian's eyes just like light up, and he goes, "You've done it! You know, this might just help Father make amends with Erwin again. He's gonna be ecstatic to see this. Please, come on in."
Alright, family drama, I forgot.
Right.
I 100% forgot. Which one's Erwin?
Oh, wait,
That's the
He's in
dad in
town.
Blackie.
Yeah.
the blue water ring.
Where's he?
Tavern.
Oh, yes.
He's
yes.
the one with dad bod.
Yeah.
What? So you're invited inside by Adrian and Stefania. You see
Marcus, alright, enough. Let's.
Okay, so you see what's his name? Dag and Elvia seem to be inspecting one of the vats of wines, which from smell alone you recognize is the Red Dragon Crush. And Davian is like pacing around, making sure all of the production is going to plan. And Elvia,
we absolutely need to top up. And that's Desire nudging Marcus and saying our supplies have been getting low. Don't forget.
Yes. We only have 27 bottles.
It's not enough. It's
low.
never enough.
and you hear Adrian call out, Father! These people bring good news! So stand there.
Yeah, we are exhausted from travel, we're jet lagged. We have the jewel. You're welcome. What time is it?
It is... Oh jeez. I feel like so much of time to spend on travel right now. It'll probably be closer to evening at this point. Sun or the proverbial sun would have set by now.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, what
Adrian.
do you mean proverbial sun?
Well, the sun doesn't shine in Barovia.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, gosh. The theoretical sun.
Basically, you're losing light by now. You're starting to lose light.
Yep. I hope this gem helps. We went through a lot to get it.
You see Davian and, with this, like, crooked walking stick walk up towards you. Upon seeing the gem, and, like, he reaches towards it, you see there's, like tears have started welling in his eyes. And he goes, "With this, we can begin the production. Our famous Champagne Doodoo Stomp once again. We'll be able to bring more cheer into this land. Now that all three of our signature wines can be made again. And also the Wizard
Speaking
of the
of-
Wines back in production."
Oh.
Yes, full production.
There's surely no better news than hearing that you will be restoring the alcohol production for this land.
I mean, not just that, but you have saved our family legacy. Without these gems, we weren't able to do what we do. And now with all three of them returned, it's a great day to celebrate, as he looked towards his family.
Well,
Speaking of bringing cheer back to the land,
Are you interested in a
we
catering
have
position?
we have certainly seen the value in. I admit it baffled me at first that you were simply handing out your products for free.
Whatever we
But
can
I
do
see
in
that
this land.
joy is in fact a radical act of rebellion against Strahd in this place. So we are going to take a leaf out of your books and throw a little celebration in Kresik. If you would like to bring some of your products there, I think it would certainly help boost the cheer. They are in dire need of something to look forward to.
Adrian does pipe up and go, Why, of course. There's not too much to celebrate around here these days. Whatever we can do to provide a little bit more. Champagne Duty Stomp does need a few days to at least... It's not immediate, you know, especially now that we have we gotta get the grapes growing again. Those are the ones that's specifically made for them. It'll take a few days at the very least, but... what time is this party again?
It's on Friday. Which is
That's not
4
the
days
time.
away.
I'd be
At
cutting it
night.
close, but I think we can I think we can make it. If
Holy
not,
shit.
if not, at least we have more than enough Purple Great Smash and Red Dragon Crush to go around.
That sounds fine as is. Yeah.
Even if you can find one bottle in your storage, there's nothing that kicks off a celebration quite like the popping of a champagne bottle.
I'll see what I
True
can do.
that.
There's not any in storage right now. Though unfortunately, when the forest folk came, they took whatever. Well, they finished whatever was left.
Hmm.
But give me a few days. Give us a few days. I'm sure we can come up with something.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm not sure if you've met before. This is Ez. They're a friend of ours. I'm not sure if they met.
How do you do?
I'm not sure
And,
they... It's been
and
so
as the-
long. It's
Yeah,
been
you
so
have to
long.
talk to yourself.
And yeah, so like Ez and Adrian greets each other. You do see like Ez is still a little bit reserved about like not having met someone before. Doesn't really sort of like spill their story per
Yeah.
se.
It's okay.
Ez is one
What's
of our boon companions.
Jeez.
Stefania to say, I see you made a lot of friends in this land. I mean, I know it's been like I think it was literally like session 8 or something the last time you guys were here.
Wow.
God.
time seems to fly so quick in Barovia, so slow in Barovia.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, we were here later than that because we trapped
Yes,
the
to hell.
hags in here.
Oh,
Yes,
we
and you
did
did
come
kill the
back
hags
for
in
that.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes. So could we trouble you to stay the night? I promise there'll be no trapping hags in your basement this time.
Oh,
Because
hopefully
don't
not.
you can't dash.
Of
And
course, of
Marcus
course.
feels elbows stabbing into him.
You and all of your boon companions, you're always welcome to any place of the Martikovs.
Awesome, yeah.
Good, because we racked up quite a bit. You're
Got the blue water in.
Yep. and you're in.
Don't worry about him. He's fine. he's a generous man to a fault, really.
Guess yeah, we'll just use the old rooms. So I just need to make a small call. If that's okay.
Sure, of course. I'll also say you guys were able to find your, just so we don't have to jump between the map. You guys are able
Grace
to find
just
your
like,
rooms
yeah,
that you stayed in
with
before.
the setting section, like, yeah, I'm just gonna make a call. just
You're holding the rock to your ear, just like
holding a rock to my face.
Maybe cut her off for the night.
Okay, I'll say that you guys are able to be fed, provided accommodation in the Wizard of the Wines. Quite a hearty meal, given that they have something to celebrate now that the third gen has been returned.
I think Desire was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh no, you do. Also, you see the Martikovs. They go into the field where the original third gem was placed and dug back up, and they just seem to put it back to where it belongs, sealing it with like the magic that was originally keeping it in place. Like a small ceremony sort of attached to it that I'm not going to describe because I don't come up with anything.
They pour
It is
one out on
important.
top of
It
it.
is important.
I just like imagine them literally like stomping the ground, like you know how like birds like jump around when they're like looking on the ground. I just imagine.
While we're all staring, going, we nearly died to get that back. Would you maybe make it a little more secure? Like put a rock over the top or something?
Push a boat over it.
Get some werewolves to keep an eye out.
But I'll say
It's
that
not a
if you
bad
were
idea.
if you guys are to wish before you guys head into the night, you can talk with potentially Adrian or Stefano to see if there's any more intel to be gained, or if you guys just want to go straight into what you want to do.
I think Desire's going to spend the evening trying to figure out whether or not I can make that modified weaker version of the Montebank elixir to infuse make cocktail with in the party.
Don't go too far, Desire. I need that dress of yours while I'm gonna be doing this. And I'm like, yeah, whenever we're done everything else, I'll try scrying afterwards.
Yeah. And Desire, my dear, can I borrow love? I would like to try making some protective gear so that it doesn't pass so quickly.
Falcon armor.
Yes.
Yes, of course. But the taste level needs to be none of this clunky.
I
No,
promise
it's
it will be using the finest hides and leather that the Mardikovs can provide me.
Don't we have something more kind of feline in the
Oh no!
Oh, you
No,
want?
not tiger.
I don't actually have.
it was, you
I
won't
thought you
miss
guys
much.
already
Love is
took-
about this big. There's gonna be
Uh,
some
Could be
scraps,
tiger
Tiger-
lamb.
very small.
Tiger already got processed and
Yeah,
turned
all
into
of
our
him?
cloaks.
Tiger's already been turned into coats.
Yeah, into cloaks and coats.
All of him. This is a very
There's a bit
small
of
bird.
tail left.
I mean,
Fine.
well, I'm sorry. Tiger's
Maybe
gone.
gone. He's gone.
Desire's tiger coat's boob window could be
It's
salvaged. for-
extracted.
Wrapped
Just
around the
open up a
body.
larger bit of boob window for.
The bird armor.
I'll say tiger is probably already processed by now. You have
Okay.
to do something else if you want to make armor for love.
Yeah, I'll just get whatever Mardikovs have to offer, and I'll try to embellish it.
Go into their house, be like, I'm taking all of this now.
I mean,
Absolutely, Marcus
literally,
is
I
gonna be
did
like,
that.
he had no hesitation walking up to Van Richten and being like, "So this just died, but
You're like,
can
that's
I
not right.
can I use it?"
That's right.
I'm sure you have other like leathers or metals just as
I'm
part
sure
of
I
your
do.
artificer arsenal that you can potentially make something, right?
Yeah.
I'm also sure Annie had a word with Marcus about that sensitivity.
You may need to like do a refresher. All right, love. This better be very stylish. We'll hand
Yeah, I'm not gonna
love
go
over to
and
Marcus.
kill something to tan it. I'm gonna use what already exists. I swear.
Um,
That's more to Annie. I learned my lesson. Anyway, so that's what Marcus will do.
okay.
All right. Is anyone else doing anything?
Yes.
Yes.
Bree is gonna send a message.
There we
Wrote it
go.
down.
You wrote it out.
So she goes to just a quiet room, to a corner. Yeah, just close the door a bit. Yeah. Here's like the ring, ring, ring. Yeah, okay, so. Here's Cat. Okay, here we go. We are safe at the Mardikovs. Heading to Krezek tomorrow. Party for Luca, Friday. Join us. Where are you? Heard attack on Lucian. Any info? 24 words. 24.
Alright,
Why?
okay, I'm just pulling out the thing. I'm just
Yeah.
seeing when they actually left Krezek.
Yeah, that's what I was just like, where the fuck are they? Where the fuck?
Okay, so they left Krezek about half a week ago. All right. Can you just repeat that to me again?
Yeah.
You don't just read that properly.
Okay, yeah, we're safe at the Mardikovs, heading to Krezek tomorrow. Party for Luca Friday. Join us. Where are you? Heard attack on Lucian. Any info?
Why does Bree become a valley girl when she's texting?
Stopped by Valaki.
Oh shit.
Lucian Lucian critical but stable.
Okay, so he knows.
Milavage dead. Shit. Okay.
You can write this down later. It's like fine.
No. Unsure who attacked. Taking Stella to Barovia. Arriving soon. We'll try to make Friday.
Oh.
Aragel still encounter cuts off.
Ariel, so hello? Okay.
Way.
Way. Okay, so nothing new. Alright. Okay, at least he's alive. Good stuff. Alright. Good stuff. Yeah, she joins the crew, and that's just lets them know, which pretty much it's nothing new to us, but at least, yeah.
At least you know that Father Lucian,
Yeah.
whilst in bad shape, is not in any sort of immediate danger.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so I pass it
they're
to the
about
party. Yeah.
Yeah, they're about to reach Barovia with Stella and potentially Aragel.
Yeah. That's it for Bree.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything? You see, at this point, Adrian does come in with a nightcap for everyone as well.
If no one has
believe it
anything
well.
left, I'll
Yeah.
do my scrying.
Or again. Alright, I'm just gonna bring up scrying so I can have a quick read. So you have the possession or garment, right? So it's technically a -4?
-4 to their save, yeah. So Deuce will get settled in, just like right next to Desire, or I don't know if she, change into something more comfy for the evening or not, and I can just have the garment. But either way, with the garment close by, he'll say, "From afar, we look to spy. Across this plain, your seeking eye. Oladra, look upon our enemy, and show us what Lady Wachter sees." And cast scrying.
So it's
Hopefully it
up to
works.
10 minutes, so you can see potentially 10 minutes.
10 minutes of whatever she may be up to at the moment.
And they are not aware that they are being scryed.
No. So it's a wisdom DC 14 and -4 to whatever her roll is.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
Failed hard.
Nice.
So... Okay, and there's no... Alright, cool.
So
Oh,
essentially
jeez,
there's like
alright.
a floating invisible eyeball within 10 feet of her that follows her around for 10 minutes.
Yep. I remember this happening in Critical Role quite often. So you seem to, like, in your mind, connect with her. Wait, do you see her, or do you see her POV?
It sees her, like it's like 10 feet
Oh,
away
sees her.
from
Okay.
her. I
It
imagine
would
a
be
little...
Okay, it's
the
the
floating eyes view, right?
It's a little domino. That's like a 1-0 domino, and it's like a little camera is looking around like.
Zzz, zzz, zzz. Oh shit, okay, alright, let me think.
Kind of be like a domino with like 2 circles, and it actually looks like it's blinking.
Just like binoculars.
Yeah.
Sure, it has
Alright,
one.
you
It's sideways.
see-
It's like dude.
Yeah.
It's a 1-1 domino with the 1 dots are eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just
So
the-
as your scrying connects, you find yourself in a dilapidated ruins of some sort. There is tall stone columns that seem to hold up this gigantic foyer, and you see several stairs leading up into higher mezzanines and lower down as well, seem to disappear into the depths. You're looking at the back of what appears to be 6 people all wearing similar robes that you have seen the book club wear before. They're listening to a figure that's in
Podcast.
front. They're listening to a figure that is standing in front of them, and as your scrying sort of focuses, it does appear to be Lady Wachter. She's looking very different to when you last saw her. I mean, all of the time spent on the road, she does not look like her usual, the glamorous self that you saw her with back in Valaki. She's looking rather like disheveled, but in a way that she's like still attempted to present as very well put together. She addresses the people who are kneeling in front of her and goes, fuck, I'm making this up as I go.
It's okay.
She says fuck.
My followers, it is splendid that we are reunited once more. Breaking you all out of Valaki and for you to rejoin me again, was the blessed plan like me and Ezek has ever had.
She did join up with Ezek.
Whilst we don't know where they are right now, we can certainly use our time to build up an army, to find them and to destroy the ones that have attempted to take our homes, take our power away from us. Let's not forget, if it wasn't for these meddling travelers, we would still be... we would still have the political power that we had in Valaki. And if we were to take him out, the devil himself shall grant us with all the boons that we can imagine. He'll finally see just how loyal we are to him. We have time, but whilst we're in here, we need to train, we need to make ourselves stronger. And there are plenty of boons in here that we are certain that we are able to take.
It's nothing that I've
Very
seen
convenient
before.
time to join
I haven't
in.
seen like this area that she's in. It's just like some big.
No, you have not seen this area.
Does anything catch your eye?
I don't know. I'm just looking around.
Yeah, look around, bitch. Look around.
So it's a
She does
big.
continue this. Yeah, you're in this big ass sort of like, it's like a foyer with like, how do I explain this? It's like a huge foyer. There's stone columns that seem to be holding up these ruins, but the structure obviously looks like it's been abandoned for a long time. Vines have overgrown the place. You know, it looks like it's it looks like it's dilapidated. And she continues going. There's plenty of old gods that are sealed within this temple.
Damn. She's in a temple.
If we were to
Fucking Amber Temple.
If we
Oh,
were to
shit.
if we were to find them and release them in order to gain our boons, we shall be stronger. There is plenty of knowledge in here. We shall study up. We should ensure that the next time we were to meet that group of would
Those
people
meddling
technically know you as
kids.
the Mist-Fortunate- will people technically know you as the Mist-Fortunates?
No.
I feel like
No.
we don't publicly introduce ourselves as the Mist-Fortunate.
Yeah, exactly. If we were to
Travelers,
meet,
or-
yes, once we were to meet those group of travelers who think so highly of themselves, we shall be ready. We shall be ready to present them to the devil himself. And I will say at this point, the scrying cuts off.
Deuces, I'm assuming had like a Doctor Strange third eye open, just closes. Oh, God. Well,
Are you okay?
good news. Yeah, good news, bad news time.
All right, bad
It was
news first.
successful. Bad news. Well, turns out Lady Wachter is behind the freeing of her cultists, and is seeking out new power in a temple somewhere. Looks really abandoned. Good news is she's not. Doesn't seem like she's ready to come after us just yet. Doesn't look like she's in the best condition, but definitely still a threat to us, and something I guess we shouldn't ignore. She didn't seem to mention anything about any attacks on Valaki, though. So either it wasn't the time for her to be mentioning it, or possibly it wasn't her responsible for that. I don't know.
Oh wait, no, I.
Yeah, Lisa specifically said that Izek
Was
got
with her.
freed the
Freed the original book club from Valaki.
Yeah.
But
the
it
attack
wasn't
on the-
specifically
But
oh yeah,
I mean, the attack on the
Lucian.
Lucian.
It wasn't
wasn't-
specifically
he wasn't guarding
said
her.
that. No, so it wasn't specifically said that they attacked
Okay.
Lucian, but I would say you can surmise that, you know, if Izek broke
Alright.
out the cultist, then potentially with the confrontation that seems to have happened between Milavage and whoever,
Gotcha.
it's
gotcha.
likely, you know, you put two and two together, it's likely that they were the ones responsible to.
Oh, my brain shook again, and oh yes, I must have been them. They must have. No one else would be doing that. Yeah. It was all them. It
In
was all them.
a very roundabout way, it looks like we did bring about some kind of peace between the two forces fighting over Valaki. Although I can't say that this is precisely how I wanted that to go.
Oh no.
we
Okay.
defeated their minions once. We can
Actually,
do it
can
again.
I'm gonna retrospectively add something because I feel like I totally forgot about this when I was trying to
sure,
RP her.
sure.
But I will say that Lady Walker does make a point to say that in order to get back at you guys, they may be looking to hunt down allies of you.
That would explain the Lucian attack. All the friends that we're making along the way are in more and more trouble now.
We should warn as many as we can who aren't able to, who we're not going to see face to face in the immediate future.
Keep an eye out on temples. Yeah, well,
I mean,
we only
Adrian,
know of one, but
Adrian does sets down the nightcap and go like temples. You're referring to the Ember Temple, right?
so there's only one.
We only know of that one, yeah.
Well, that's the only one I know of. I've heard on the grapevine from some of the other multicals recently that there's been
Oh my
like
god, wine pun.
that there's been like a disturbance up in near the Solanka Pass. Not sure what it is, but small avalanches have been coming off the mountains.
Solanka Pass.
That's where the
What's her name? is doing
Marcus wife
experiments.
is.
Oh yeah,
Marcus-
Miller has
Marcus
a
what?
secret bio lab there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't she invite you to visit?
Oh yes, she did.
Did she?
She did.
Well,
Well, I suppose
perhaps
I've
that's
said,
worthy
like,
of investigation too.
People have been traveling up. Solanka Pass is what eventually leads to what remains of the Amber Temple. I wasn't able to fly as far given the weather has gotten a lot worse recently.
Okay.
Well,
Well, good
sure
job,
we'll have
Deuce.
to head there as soon as we can, because we do have a few things to do first.
That's correct.
To drop
We
off.
don't want to put people in danger. That's the last thing we want to do.
Yeah.
Like, we can take sort of, well, I think take responsibility for our own actions, but when other people are being punished for our actions, then that's kind of like not good.
No, it's evil, Annie. Punishing innocents like that, evil.
What were they doing at that place, Juice? They just.
Seems like they were gathering their forces, trying to discover some hidden power or magical boons. They said Lady Walker claimed that might be present there.
magical.
How much of you guys?
rooms.
How much do you guys know of the Ember Temple? Because I know Bree will probably know a bit by now with her visions.
What the Dusk
Um,
Elves told us, and I believe also I know
Yeah.
You know pretty much.
Blaze
Strahd went there.
that
Wink.
I also know about Isaac's pact with something in there because of what Glazer told me.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Correct.
Yeah. So, a bit. But
But yes, you do know that there are other. There's other. What's the word?
Deities.
Yeah, so it's the Amber Temple basically serves as a place that locked up deities that were considered dangerous to back in the days. But obviously, with whatever happened in there, it seems that they are now encased in these amber sarcophaguses. But there is a chance that they can be opened. I mean, that's how, and like you can make pacts with the ones in there, and that's how Strahd got his power from the vampire.
yeah, that's not good. Yeah, let's rest while we can. Yeah, head to Krezek tomorrow, and after we've recovered and stocked up on everything, then we head to Argenvoldholz and drop off the head. I mean, yeah, there's children here.
No, it's not it's just you guys and Adrian.
Oh, okay, cool.
He knows what a skull is.
Yeah, and maybe, yeah, we'll see where we go from there.
I think it might be wise to drop by Valaki after that, and then, well,
Yeah, it's on the way.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. I don't think we need to take turns to look out tonight, so hopefully, yeah, you
No,
guys
it
all...
should be quite safe here in the winery. We haven't had any issues recently, and not to
Okay.
mention we do our own lookouts. But if there's any intel that you guys would like gained, we can potentially keep an eye out. We have been keeping an eye out for throughout most of Barovia recently, anyway, just to make sure that nothing that needs to be investigated is really on the move. Not to mention Ravenloft has been strangely quiet recently as well.
Adrian,
Yes.
do you have any knowledge or know where we could find out what other powers would be lying in wait, encased in the Ember Temple?
You'll have to find... Gosh. The Ember Temple is really
Old, I know.
It's very old. If there's any sort of potential libraries or anyone who may have kept books on it, it's not really something that's passed down. It's passed down like a legend. To find any sort of written information on it, you have to... I mean, potentially someone in Valaki may have some sort of information, Lady Wachter herself, but...
He did run a book club, and we found some texts in Infernal in her library. There may be other things that we could...
It has been said
look
that the Amber
into.
Temple itself does contain does contain a wealth of knowledge. It did used to be run by a guild of wizards who unfortunately fell prey to the temptations of the temple themselves. There's
Because I've just gotten really good at reading as well.
Oh, splendid. I'm not
Pat
sure
Annie
if
on the
there's
top
much
of the
to be
head. We're so
found-
proud of you. You can read.
I'm not sure if there's much to be found outside of the temple itself. If there's anything, it would be back in Valaki. Not many people in Barovia even really have the chance to study.
Okay.
I would say you guys know that, you know, having explored Lady Wachter's house, there was a small library.
Yeah, we would have definitely raided it already.
And, like, anything... Oh no, the Burgomaster's house burned down. Never mind.
If once Adrian leaves, Desire will mention to Annie that it might be worth asking the ladies 3 in terms of those who might have been alive long enough to see these other powers come and go. They may be able to tell us something.
And then I could write my own book.
That'd be cool. That'd be... Anyways. Yeah. I'm going to sleep. Good luck with whatever. I assume you're building something, Marcus. I shall see you guys tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. And you can see Marcus is like measuring the wingspan and whatnot of love, and it's like
Holding
just,
up a ring.
just hold your ring out like that. Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
That's so cute.
Mhm.
All right, so, okay, yep. So you guys go into a long rest, and you could gain the benefits of a long rest as another day passes. Is there anyone, anything that anyone wants to do in the downtime during this long rest? I know, Desire, you had a few items you wanted to study on.
Yes. Do you need me to tell you which ones? I didn't want to like slow down the stream with.
No, it's fine. Just tell me
crafting.
which ones. I'll just say yes. You find this out. You find that out.
I wanted to
You're not
look at
crafting, just studying
the
right now.
the kind of placebo potion for the party, and the sorry, Morgan, do you mind sending me a link to the? Oh, never mind, I can find it.
You found it?
And then I will have a look at the celestial blood.
Celestial blood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, I'll say the placebo potion thing is something that you can potentially do once you're back in Kresik, but it's not too hard. You're just adding like
I'm just
toned down
diluting
version.
it.
Yeah, so it's like a cocktail. But so spending time to study the vial of celestial blood that you guys took from the abbot, you do realize that yes, this could potentially become quite a potent potion making ingredient. You're not too sure yet exactly what it can make, but it's definitely something worthwhile to keep and continue studying with. So you know how we said that, like, you know, with each long rest, you can identify if each of the things that you have kept is potentially good for a potion. So you can say, you can tick the celestial blood off to be like, yes, this is something for you to keep to use later on.
Okay, I will note that down.
Okay, just to expedite what's happening, I'll say that
Good eaten.
just to expedite what's happening, I'll say that you guys, you know, after your long rest, you guys can easily head back to Kresik without any issues. You reach about midday on the next day, and you are officially how many days away from Luca's party?
It is now
3?
Tuesday, so
Okay,
Wednesday,
because-
Thursday, Friday.
3.
Yep. So
Are
3 days away
we
from
gonna
Luca's
take
party.
like a stream break at some point? I'm just asking.
Yes, we will. Yeah, we're
Yes.
gonna take a break now. That's why I'm expediting you guys
Gotcha,
getting to
gotcha,
Kresik.
gotcha.
Alright, is there... Okay, well, so... Yeah, let's just go into break for now, and
Okay.
after, when we come back, we can see what you guys want to do in Kresik during the downtime, whether you guys want to help prepare for the party, or if there's something else in particular you want to do in this downtime. You will have 3 days, essentially.
Okay, 3 days.
Sounds good.
Hehe.
All right. See you back in 30.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye.
My own hole.
And we're
Elijah won't
back.
answer the phone anymore.
Yes, a
Well,
hole
like,
known as a
straight
grave.
to voicemail.
Boy, why are you always
Say.
calling me?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask so many questions now, and you're gonna improvise everything, and then it's gonna be all the things you're gonna have to do.
And
You be
yeah,
careful,
it
maybe
means later down the line there's like 20 million more extra enemies.
Oh no.
you just
Don't
be
forget
careful.
Annie's really important question.
What?
Whether
I don't know. You
Kellenball
haven't.
likes you?
Annie has not told Deuce about any question she wants
Oh,
answered.
I
yet.
did.
Yeah.
Is Killable proud of her?
Why does everyone in our party have daddy issues?
Have daddy
don't.
issues. She just wants to know
I
if
don't
she's
think the
making
halflings have daddy issues.
her deity
No.
proud.
Okay, I'll bring you guys back to Korisik. So, as I said before the stream went live, we have about 3 days of downtime until Luca's party. The party can decide what they want to do with that time, whether they want to help prepare, make anything special for the party, or they want to go to off and do their own thing, mix of both, whatever. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we should probably start by talking to the burgomaster. And
Is it
letting them
alright if we
know
bring
we
all
will
these
be.
people in here?
You know, like when you were a teenager and like your parents made you go door knocking around the neighbors when you were going to throw a party, and basically like apologies for noise disturbance.
Yeah.
So we will go talk to the burgomaster. I think Desire and Marcus will, because we want to convince them to have the werewolves present.
Yes. Attendees.
Werewolves, okay. I'll say Dimitri and Anna are a bit apprehensive about the idea of inviting the werewolves in. I mean, they know that you guys have taken care of the original tribe that was causing harm to all the sheep in the village. Okay, Dimitri's like, when you say present, do you mean like attending this party along with everyone else?
Yes. I think that it's an important opportunity for any remaining anxieties and tensions that exist to be smoothed over.
Yes.
And it can't hurt to have a reasonably powerful group of fighters patrolling these forests around your area, keeping them safe from whatever beasties maybe summoned by Strahd.
What makes you think they will work with us, though? I mean, what is in it for them? They've long, even before the Blizzard, was that what I said? The Blizzard Kiro's tribe. Long before the Blizzard took over, the Tundra didn't really have much contact with us either way.
Affected hunting rights in particular areas, perhaps. The ability to trade. I know that they've taken the. Sorry, which one is the bad pack? The Blizzard?
The
Blizzard.
Blizzard. Yeah.
Yes,
Blizzard is
with
Kiro's one, and Tundra is Emil's one. Zuleika's one.
With the loss of the members of the Blizzard pack, they are having to fend for themselves with less numbers. It is always possible that they may seek to trade hunted deer for medicine, supplies, anything else with your town. I know you similarly struggle to get through the long winters based with your mutton stores alone. Perhaps you can exchange goods that the other needs.
It's a mutually beneficial relationship.
Setting up a trade route. That could be... That might not be a bad idea, actually, now I think about it. I mean, whilst we have been so far okay this year, it's, we don't know what nature is really going to bring us in the next few years. Are you envisioning this party to be at night? Because if it is, will they not be in their turned forms?
I forgot how that worked.
I thought all of Zuleika's people were inherited so they could
Not
control
all.
it.
I don't think all of them are. Yes, some of them are, but not all of them.
Okay, well, we can just have only the inherited ones. Just to
Some of them
avoid-
may have some of the same concerns that you hold. At the very least, a representative of the leadership, Zuleika, and some of her chosen allies may wish to come.
Can you roll a persuasion check for me?
Yep.
Cat?
Cat.
Cat?
I'm just gonna give myself a little douse with my perfume because I have so many of these. And that will give me advantage on my persuasion check.
Yep, go for it.
Mm. 23 and 14.
I'm open to the idea. I would not say no if you would like to invite
Hang
all
on.
of the...
Hang on. I've realized that this goes every long rest, so I'm also going to use my luck.
You're fine. You don't have to keep on.
He's not as enthusiastic as I'd like.
Yeah, we want him to be
Love it, damn
on
it.
board.
No, okay. Yes, that's
It's-
fine.
I would, if you would like to invite some of their leadership, perhaps not all of them, just so it's only been a little more than a week since what happened with the Abbey. If you would like to invite a few of their members of their leadership to come and meet everyone, I would be open to that. It would also just be easier for the Kreskites to handle. There's been a lot of new
Like
people
an
coming in and out
envoy.
of town lately.
Like an envoy.
Yes.
Oh,
Diplomacy.
the names of the two people they took in.
Otto and Siegfried.
How are Otto and Siegfried?
Didn't they run away?
No,
No,
the bird one ran away.
Oh.
Oh, fuck, she's gonna show up.
The bird
somewhere
one.
on the
The bird.
The bird one. They've been staying with Lucad for the last few days. I have personally not heard from them.
The fact that you and your people showed mercy on them at all, I think, is a positive sign that a constructive alliance may be built between yourselves and the Tundra Pack.
Well, the Kreskites aren't killers. We're not here to strike down anyone who isn't us. Sure, what happened was a terrible tragedy, but I did not want to see any more unnecessary lives lost. They weren't the ones that it may have been their kind, but they weren't the ones that were attacking us themselves.
And they may have experienced their own tragedies that caused them to turn to the abbot for assistance.
I think. So,
In
yes.
any
I would
case,
hate-
we appreciate your cooperation in this, and I believe my husband and I will put on something that will bring renewed cheer and hope to the people of Krezek.
After what happened, I think we need it, and not to mention Luca is a member of this village that often gets overlooked. He's so good at his job, he just almost seems like he doesn't exist sometimes. You know, when some people are just like so good at their jobs, it just always consistently delivers. You over time forget that, you know, they keep doing this level of work.
What do you know of Luca? It sounds like is his father no longer in the picture?
About a month back, when the shipment of wines first ceased from the Wizard of the Wines, Luca's father did go out in an attempt to reach the winery to see what was happening. He never returned. We don't exactly have the best. I'm not too hopeful that he will. Lucas has always been very self-sufficient, though obviously, with what has happened, him being left alone to himself is it's the first time he's had to handle that.
Yes, it seems like he has endured a lot.
He is, and he hardly ever speaks up for himself. So I think it would be good to celebrate the birthday of such a valuable member of Krezek. Do you need a hand with planning this party? I'm sure plenty of the villagers would like to get involved.
Anything that Desire will like lay out the color scheme that she has for
Yep.
you know, if
Like
people want to
binder.
make bunting. Yes, I'm so glad you asked. Slams the binder down,
Yeah.
opens it up to like lighting.
Lighting, and we're going to have torches here, here, and here. They're going to be this color, blah, blah, blah.
Well, we can certainly
Um,
clear out the town square for this. I think if we clear out the town square, set up a few temporary shade, fire pits and whatnot, we can at least keep warm if we were to go into the night.
Oh, yes. And
We
we'll
will
oh,
take care of refreshments in terms of drinks, but in terms of food, it would be good if the villagers can bring something to share.
But like a potluck, I think that might help bring the village back together early.
Hmm.
Well, I'll ask the villagers to bring out the finest silverware. Each prepare a dish or something. And then... I'm not saying drink to forget, but we can certainly drink to remember.
Drink to celebrate.
And to celebrate, of course.
Absolutely. Well, we have lots to do, so we will leave those preparations in your hands.
You can count on me for that.
Marcus, do you want to go to the werewolves as well today?
Do you feel...
You could potentially send them a message, I think. You might not have to travel there personally.
Okay, that's easy.
It depends on whether or not, because I know that stone goes once per day. Kind of depends on whether or not Bree is
Do you not have like? Does nobody have like message or something like that?
I have message. It's like 120 feet. How far away are they?
Isn't it not a longer version of that?
Sending is the longer version.
Sending, yeah.
I don't have it.
Nobody
I
has
have it when I prepare it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Negative.
but I did not.
I think
Plan
Bree
to prepare
perhaps wanted to go out. One of the things that I know Christy mentioned was going out with looking at ingredients. Perhaps we can put a stop to the werewolves on the way. I can tell from your expression, Marcus, that you do not wish to be parted from whatever it is you're working on right now. So leave that diplomacy to me.
Yes, I'll go stop in on my apprentice, see how he's healing up, and get started on a big finale.
I suppose we'll leave music and entertainment in Annie's hands, although I don't know whether she should use those new ghostly pipes.
I guess we have to leave it up to the artist.
It's an occupational health and safety issue, Marcus.
I think they can be played without setting off the thing. Like they can just be regular pipes, right? I'm just gonna quick look.
Yeah, I think she did play them like the night that they were at the Thane as just regular pipes and not sort of expending the charge.
Yeah, you can. I think you can play without expending the charge. It might not sound as good as what you have because it does sound very spooky, but you can do it without expending.
Never been a concern to Annie.
No. All right. So what do you guys want to do? I'll say this is currently we're 3 days from the party. This is currently day 1.
I guess Desire will knock on wherever Bree is hanging out and invite her to go see the werewolves with her.
The werewolves.
You know, Zulika and the others.
Yeah, okay.
I think it could be good for them to make a more visible alliance with the people of Krazak.
Okay. Could try. I'll bring a basket. Bree just like goes and gets a basket. Yep. It's just us.
Yeah. And I also perhaps could use your survivor skills. I did not clear this with you beforehand, Lisa, so I don't. You can say no to it if you want, but it has no functional effect for like potions or anything like that. I just want to look for pea flower, PEA flower.
The blue flower.
It's a blue flower. It is a blue flower at first, and then when mixed with ingredients of a certain acidity, turns pink. And that's Desire just wants to add that to the cocktail that she's crafting.
Just so it can be used as a gender reveal.
No, just like for it's fancy. I actually have a gin that's made with it. It's really cool. You add the tonic and it turns pink.
So I'll say,
Ooh.
Desire and Bree, you guys head off towards the. This will be like noon-ish by the time you reach Kresik.
Hmm.
So you guys head off towards the werewolf's den. I will have. Well, if Bree, if you're helping to look, perhaps roll a survival for me, just to see
Yeah.
if you can find this pea flower that Desire is looking for.
What is it? 17.
Oh, it's a new day. You should do your juice
hold
up
on.
your foretelling rolls.
So we haven't used any of them. Are we just gonna keep them, or should we roll them fresh?
What do we used to do? We just kept them, right? Or
You just
yeah,
kept
I
them.
haven't used.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Yeah.
sure.
okay, we'll keep them for now.
It's just, yeah. I think
Okay,
you had
that's
a 4. I had a 4 and a 10.
I had 4. Alright,
That's why I was suggesting maybe Bree doing.
Alright, so Bree, you're looking around. You're looking around the snowy woods. Kind of like looking, ducking around all of the lower hanging tree branches, the brushes, trying to see if you can find any traces of the pea flower plant. You accidentally sort of like lean down too fast, and a branch sort of just scratches you underneath the eye. Can't quite find anything that you would discern to be a pea flower, but then you do also remember that they tend to grow in like dry and rocky terrain, not so much like a snowy field.
Shame. Well, I guess magic will have to make do.
It's unlucky, really.
Yeah, I was gonna see also, since we're out and she has a basket. So if there's any berries or cherries.
Roll another. Oh, actually,
Yeah.
did you want to? You can roll another survival reply or a investigation. Well, actually, or nature. Probably nature is probably the better one because you're trying to discerning what can and can't be eaten.
Okay.
I really need to learn
15.
locate plants from Annie.
15. That's not bad.
It takes a while to find anything, given it's not currently the climate for these things to be growing. You do, after stumbling through some thorny brushes, you do find some, oh shit, what's the berry that grows in the thorny bushes?
Blackberries.
Holly?
No, blackberries,
Blue?
yeah, blackberries,
Oh.
blackberry
Okay.
plant has like thorns on them, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Not a blackberry, it's the one that looks like raspberries, boysenberry? One of them.
Yeah, I've just lingonberries. I don't know. I've been playing too much Breath of the Wild, and the only fruit I can remember are not real like things.
Yeah, you find a few. You find a plant, a brush of dried up, thorny berries, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I can perhaps make this work. It's not ideal, but it might be the
Think of
best that
them
you
as-
can manage. in
As
this
freeze
climate.
dried, you can kind of crumble them on top.
Yeah.
It's not quite the fresh ingredients you're used to back in your bakery,
Yeah.
but in the wild.
What are you hunting for, Bree?
So I just keep an eye out. Maybe I can. I don't know if the townspeople like make cakes for birthdays, but I thought maybe make something sweet. Something cute.
Cute. Desire is like visibly kind of trying to process the idea of Bree and cute. Like, I
will
didn't know you had an
say-
interest in such things.
Oh, I guess it's like something that my sisters and I love whenever it's a celebration. It's always the desserts. It's, just like, I do miss, the mention of a birthday kind of reminds me of, like, shortcakes or, like, Black Forest cakes or something along those lines. I thought it'd be kind of nice to go with maybe some fancy wine, But yeah, I don't know. I was just curious. It is a bit hard with this weather.
Difficult climate for sure, but I believe that means
something.
that even these small fruits that you've retrieved will be special to them.
I'm literally googling, like speed googling right now, like things that grow in snow.
Speed googling.
Things that grow.
Things that grow in snow.
You both get a bunch of Stardew Valley answers.
Okay,
Actually,
I will say
can-
that
oh,
it's not
alright.
quite the climate, but you do find a tree that you recognize to be a cinnamon tree, that the bark from this tree can potentially be used to grind up to use cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Make a very special hot chocolate for Luca.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
So that we don't go to see the wolves empty-handed, can Love scout for a small critter of some kind? We can. I imagine you kind of bring gifts.
offering?
Yeah.
Okay, so you won't need to roll for this. So I'll say with Love flying in the air, it's not too long before you spot a snow boar in somewhere in the forest.
Oh, I was hoping that Love would take it down. I was not thinking that big. Bree.
No,
Love
wait.
found something that's a little bit outside of her
I mean, it's not
capabilities.
that. It's
She's
not probably not that big. It's like a mini pig sort of thing.
A micro pig.
Micro
Oh
pig, yeah.
no, that's those tiny cute ones. No, oh no.
don't think about it too much, Bree.
Just her knowledge on werewolves too. Like, would she know what is something that they might like as an offering, or what are the things that they don't hate?
Well, they're not too much for things like actual things that have monetary value. For them, it will be practical things. So either weaponry or like medicinal things, or even just like food like elk or deer and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It won't so much be like money or jewels. They're not really into that.
For peace.
Or like tools or things like tools that can help them or things like that.
Oh, tools. I think our neighbor is back. Let me just close this window. Sorry.
Okay.
I guess a peace offering. All right.
It might help.
Okay. I guess Bree just uses her crossbow and tries to make it a swift.
Oh,
A
this
swift
was
kill.
to the snowball. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you roll an attack for me? Or actually, are you trying to sneak up on this thing? Are you trying to?
I was gonna use my crossbow, so it's like far.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
alright. I'll have you just roll an attack. We'll see if it.
Okay. Let's see. 26.
Skewers it through the side of the head completely.
18 points of damage. Okay.
As it's...
That's more hit points than a commoner has if this pig is that strong.
Alright, I might need a hand carrying this.
Invisible servant.
Dope. Alright, yeah. So, yeah, Bree just takes the arrow out, tries to tidy up a bit. Alright, okay, let's go. Yeah.
Alright, we will approach where we know the den to be and call out for
Okay.
Zulika.
We'll smash cut back to everyone else. Is anyone else what's everyone else doing in Kresik or wherever you are now?
Oh. I'll be working with my apprentice.
Gregory?
Yep, that's the one.
What are you making exactly? Gregory still has a bit of injuries from the day of the attack. He can work, but not quite to his usual sort of level.
That's okay. I just wanted to kind of
My
catch
dude
him
got
up
shot in
on
the
what-
neck. Okay.
Yeah, I want to catch him up on what's going. Maybe just lay on hands for a bit of extra healing. Sorry, not lay on hands. Cure wounds for a bit of extra healing.
No, we heard you.
I'm not a paladin.
We
I
heard
can't-
exactly what you're doing.
Laying
It's
on hands real
medicinal,
hard.
he tells Gregory.
I must do this for your own sake. It's
That's
the
right.
only way.
What are you doing with Gregory?
What are
working
you doing,
on,
Gregory?
Well, just using his forge and trying to find another use for that collected gunpowder since he's not using the gun anymore.
Are you sure you don't want to just keep this for now, Mr. Ravenswood?
The gunpowder. Oh, I
Well-
I have
Maybe not
ideas,
when-
Gregory.
Oh. Well, shoot, let's go. Let's see what we can do for this thing.
Well, I would like you to keep working on my dog's armor, if that's okay. I just
Oh
want
yes,
to
it's almost.
get you up to speed.
Yeah, and as you can, yeah, you sort of like give him a quick rundown on what's been happening in the last few days. How many days did we say Rosenthal's armor was gonna take?
It should be done the day before Luca's birthday.
Okay, yeah, so you can see that it's almost done. This metal plate for a metal dog is
Funny.
yeah, it's quite well made. It's not exactly the most prettiest thing in the world, given that he doesn't have like that creative eye to it, but it's practical.
Oh, good work so far. And yes, Marcus will go over his plans with Gregory for the party,
Yep.
which we will fade out so everyone else doesn't hear it.
Star wipe. All right.
Oh, why?
Is Annie Deuce doing anything in particular?
Yeah. Deuce needs to look for a few things, but first he's gonna stop in to see what Marcus is working on if he's busy, and go up to him and say, "Hey Marcus, I'm gonna be tooling around the town looking for stuff, and if I find stuff, I might need to put it somewhere, and I don't really have a good way of carrying stuff around. So I was wondering if I could borrow the infinite package, the infinite
Bag of
the bag of holding, infinite pouch. You know, the bag of holding. You seem to be working and busy, so I figure if it's all right, I'll borrow that from you."
Mr. Wildura, that was the longest request I have ever had the privilege of listening in, and no, it's not the infinite package. I actually thought you were coming on to me for a moment. I must remind you, I'm a married man. But anyway, you may
With an
have the bag of
apprentice.
holding.
It's
I'm
not
pretty
for
sure
your
your
infinite
apprentice
package,
has an
Marcus.
infinite package right over there.
Visibly disappointed Gregory in the background.
The shoulders are slumped. Yeah, of course you may have the bag of holding.
Wonderful.
Anytime.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Marcus.
Marcus parts with the bag of holding for the first time.
And then, yeah, you feel like he's giving it to you, but he's holding on to it.
Is it?
And you're like, Marcus?
Holding on to it.
yeah, I'll take it now. Thank you.
You can
Thank
let go
you.
now. You can let go.
All right.
Treat it well. Treat it well.
As if it was my very own child. And I just
Concerned.
I sling it over my back.
Wait, what?
Juice cares about the children, Wildura.
Yeah.
Lord. So, there's a few things that Deuce is going to be tooling around town or the outskirts of town looking for. And to aid him
Trick
in
old
this...
people to give away.
It's been a while since Deuce has
Don't
stolen
get
from
ahead-
an old person.
Don't get ahead of me here, okay? So, the first thing that he's going to be doing is using locate object to find herbs, oils, and incense. So herbs, assuming they're in the wild, but incense and everything else, and oils. Perhaps there's someone having a garage sale or something, or in town. He wants to.
After their town has just been destroyed, seems like a really good time to get rid of all these material possessions, which I now have fewer
Yeah.
of.
Look, there may
I'll
be
just go ahead
some
and loot
some
things.
passing people. Need to raise some gold or some money. So.
I would say you would know. Sorry, herbs, oil, and incense. Is that what it was? Just 3 items.
Yeah.
Like, are we talking like what kind of oil are we talking about? Like any sort of oil?
Nola.
Any oil according to
Bestseller.
what I'm looking for. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like more like not food oil, but like holy oil kind of thing. Either way, I would
I don't
say
think it's
you know.
that specific. Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay.
Sounds
I'll
like
say
holy
you
oil.
know that herbs can probably be herbs can be sourced in the wild, but as this cart already has incense and oil.
Ooh. How much?
You can go
Does it
take
have?
a sponge to Gregory's
Does
and
it
be
have
like
1,000 gold
perpetually oiled
pieces
up.
worth of it?
I
many
just
gold
bring
pieces?
out like the
1,000?
towels of Gregory. Wasn't he
Oh,
described
I don't
as
know if
being
it's
like
1,000.
Deuce is gonna be very busy in the next 3 days.
Okay.
You need 1,000 pieces for all three of it, so 3,000 pieces. Gold
No,
pieces
no,
in
no.
total.
Between all 3 things.
Oh, I would say no. Okay, you probably
This is
rack
day
up.
1.
Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot.
I'm aware it's a lot. It may take more than the couple days we have.
You could
off.
Yeah, I
message
would say so.
Vistani if you've got.
The Vistani
to
would probably
Az
be
about.
an easier way to get like a lot, like bulk buy in one shot. You know?
You need to go
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Costco.
Yeah,
I wasn't
This
expecting
one.
to come across,
w-
but since we have downtime, I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. I would say you can probably find yourself 25 gold pieces worth of that because you are. It's yeah. There's only
Lovely.
Ez and there's only what's that you can find in the wild. There's really not a lot in the Krezk for this kind of stuff.
gotcha.
What are you trying to cast again?
I will eventually
my-
want to cast Hallow, but like I said,
Right.
that may take a while.
No, it'll take a while.
That's no
You
problem.
can knock 25 gold pieces off what you need. Though.
Sweet, I'll make a note. The only other thing I want to look for, because apparently we do not have one in our bags, and I'll also cast, I don't think it's going to happen, but locate object for a reliquary, because a golden reliquary, because we don't have one apparently, so yeah.
What a reliquary is again?
It's like a holy
something left over in
symbol
the
forged out
abbot.
of gold. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if we already ransacked everything, but maybe there was.
I thought there was a mantelpiece on the.
I don't know if
in
that's a
the
reliquary
abbey?
though.
Yeah, a reliquary is something to store sacred
It's like a holy
objects.
symbol essentially.
Oh jeez. Okay.
So is it,
Yeah.
yeah.
What,
No,
Deuce
I don't.
doesn't
I
just
don't
have
think
one
you'll
of those
find
on
anything
him?
in this area.
All right, no worries. So Deuce will return from his day of foraging.
Visibly defeated.
yeah. Be like.
It's not quite the type of town that would have these sort of items.
No, I
I'm
know,
not trying-
but
I'm
I
not trying to
gotta-
be a dick, but
I gotta try. So he'll come back in at the end of his foraging and be like, "Thanks, Marcus. There's a bunch of oils and herbs that I needed that are in there. I'll probably be doing this a couple more days, but thanks again
Oh
for."
wait, hold
Oh.
on.
Oh,
Did you guys take anything from the death house?
We took lots of stuff from the death house.
Yeah, we took lots
everything
of
that
stuff,
wasn't bolted down.
pretty much.
Oh no, I don't remember you guys taking this. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was one room that you went into that had a bunch of alcoves
Yeah.
that had all these different
Oh
items.
yeah, the gas room.
Those
Yeah, I don't think we
technically count
took
as
anything from
reliquary.
there.
Oh no, we didn't take
The-
those.
The whats? The algo.
There's a room in the death house where you went in that had a bunch of different like alcoves in the basement, and there was things like like a mummified goblin's hand, a hag's
Oh.
finger, that kind of stuff. Those
No.
technically count as
We didn't
reliquaries.
take that stuff.
No.
Because I'm just looking at like is there reliquaries in Curse of Strahd,
Hmm.
and that's what came up.
Can you make one?
Can you make one?
With
a
a hag's
fantastic
hand?
question.
I have 500 worth of gold that could use some smelting.
Because I'm just gonna go through the reliquaries that was in the death house. You have a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws on a loop of rope. You have a knife that's carved from a human bone. You have a dagger with a rat skull that's set into the pommel.
Are any of them
I think-
golden? Because if they're not golden, it doesn't
Golden?
count. Yeah.
It has to be golden.
Yeah. I'll as I'm talking to
Can you-
Marcus.
can you
go,
do-
go ahead. Yeah.
Can you do a history check to see if you can? You have vague memories that you went through this place that has a bunch of reliquaries, but can you do a history check to see if you can remember if any of them are wooden? I mean, not wooden, golden.
All right. I'll guide my memory sticks since I have terrible history.
It's just
Oh,
outside the range
jeez.
of keen mind as well.
Nope.
You
Annie, what do you
just
remember? Nothing.
Are
you
you
don't quite
feeling
remember
lucky,
if
Punk?
any.
Oh, wait. Do you want to? Fuck it. I give you 10.
You're not there.
Yeah.
Oh, damn
You
it.
can't
Never
give him
mind.
10.
You do remember that there is reliquaries down there, but you do not remember if any of them are gold.
Hmm.
Though you surmise there might be some other places of significant holy places that could potentially have a reliquary.
I'd had a church in his house. Go there.
All right. Like I was saying, Marcus, who's lost in thought comes back to it. I might borrow this again tomorrow, but yeah. You look like you've had a sweaty day.
Oh, yeah. It's... Working with gunpowder can be very stressful.
Mm. Don't blow off any appendages.
Yeah,
Is that
pretty
what they
much.
call it?
All right. Yeah, that'll do it
Summon
for Deuce.
witches.
Cool. Is Annie doing anything in particular?
Yeah, so I think Annie's going to spend, because I think when they left town, she left sort of an amount of money with the burgomaster to sort of like help
Yes.
fix things up and sort of repair the town. So she's probably going to go around, sort of just, not seeing if it's being used, but just sort of checking that sort of like repairs and things are going well. If there's like, if people need help sort of sourcing anything, if she could assist with that, but also just sort of seeing what sort of musical talents the townsfolk possibly have, and if they have any instruments on hand, and sort of how well they can play them and that sort of thing. So
And he's holding auditions in the town square.
Yep.
A little
Okay.
clipboard.
So you do
very
see
nice,
that the
very nice,
money
yep.
that you left with the burgomaster, and the townsfolk has within the last few days are trying to sort of rebuild all the buildings that was caught on fire, all of that. Ilya has been actively helping with the restoration process. It's still obviously a work in progress, but a few of the buildings are at least back to habitable conditions. It's getting there, basically. In terms of finding out those who can play instruments, Ilya does inform you that one of the families, the no, that's not the name I used. The Catinos. They are a family that some of them do used to play music, though it has been a while since they dusted off their lutes.
Interesting. Very good, very nice. Good to know. Thank you for your time today. Let me know if you need anything. And then I think sort of with the rest of her day, she's probably going to head up to the Abbey and sort of clean it up a bit there for sort of like when we do have sort of like a long game of sort of wanting to reconsecrate the Abbey for St. Markovia, so she'll sort of clean up around there and sort of see what she can see, and then also spend some time with Snuffles and Waffles and do a bit more training with Waffles as well.
You're going up to the Abbey by yourself?
Yes. Absolutely. No questions asked. It's fine.
Okay. I'll say before you go, Ilya does ask you why you want to know who in the village can play music, and upon hearing the reason why, he does offer to potentially see if him and the village can set up some sort of like temporary stage for you guys.
Oh, if it's not too much trouble, but I know you're doing a lot of rebuilding at the moment, so if you need to use those supplies for other things, then it's no big deal. Like, all the world's a stage.
Right, well, I'll see what I can do. Well, if you're gonna go up to the Abbey by yourself, you be careful, okay? I mean, we haven't heard anything from it since what happened, but still, that's a big place and it's a bit of a long walk. You sure you don't want me to come with?
Oh, who are you again?
This is Ilya talking, the son.
Oh, the son who was cursed for a bit, but now he's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I... That was a non-committal answer to the question, the statement of he's cursed, but now he's cool. Cool. Okay. No, go for it.
Also, Matt, can you just check the chat for me as well? So, you're going up to the Abbey?
Yeah, it might. I know it might have some bad memories for you, Ilya. So like, don't feel like you have to come. But
I just feel a little bit worried about yourself. Okay, I will also mention, like, there's still a lot of bodies in the Abbey.
I thought
oh
it
well,
burnt
maybe
down.
I could use some. No,
No,
we
didn't
were
burn
definitely
it.
like we're not going to
Yeah.
burn
Oh.
it down because we're going to
Okay.
reconsecrate it.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
Oh yeah, well I could use some help with sort of burying the deceased and doing some rites on them as well. It's a really wonderful structure and it's been a long history of the town, though a bit of a checkered past recently. But it'd be really great if it could become something for you and the town in the future, wouldn't you think?
I mean, can't say I'm the best with, that kind of stuff, but I'm happy if you can walk me through it, I'm happy to at least give you a hand. So, yeah, it's not exactly the best place, not the best memory for me, but I don't think it'll be safe for you to go by yourself.
Oh, what's the worst that could happen?
I don't know, I mean, like, what if there's still mongrel folk left up there?
I'm sure they'd be very understanding. But as I said, you're welcome to come. I could probably use another pair of hands with opposable thumbs.
Okay, sure. Let me just let the people, let some of the other villagers know that we want to try and get a stage set up, and we can head out before the sun goes down.
Okay, sure.
Alright, we will cut back to the werewolf den. So as you guys approach the, as you guys locate the place again and and find the mouth of the cavern, you do see that, I'm just gonna have to, I won't bring you on the map, but I'm just having a look on the map myself to see who's still in there. It still has like the remnants of our last fight. You do see Zuleika just sort of pacing around the entrance, talking with another one of the Tundra clan.
Before we go in, just quick sidebar with Bree. Should we let her know that? Did we let her know that Emil is still alive? Like that we saw him in.
Yes, I think. Did we come
Oh,
back here?
shit.
I don't think so.
Retroactively, could I have given you the torn collar with a Mills scent on it? That was in the bag of holding.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, cool.
I don't believe you've actually told her that he's still alive. She hasn't got any updates, I don't think.
God, that was so long ago. Oh my god.
It's only like 2 weeks ago, jeez, guys.
I'm only worried that if we tell whether or not she's the type who, if she knew he was alive, would rush in after him and put herself in danger.
We can only do so much. At least all we can do is just tell her the truth, be honest, and give a peace offering representing the town.
Okay.
We're not. We are seriously not being paid enough for this. Okay, just walks in.
Not being paid at all.
Yes, we'll head in and kind of hold up the boar and call out to Zuleika.
Also, upon hearing noise at the mouth of the cavern, you see Zuleika immediately turn her claws out. Same with the guard that was with her.
Whoa. Okay.
Hello.
It's just us.
Oh, just sorry. You scared me for a little bit. Wow, it's great to see you again. How's
Stuff. How's life?
Things.
How's
like
Trix?
with a bleeding boar on your hand right now?
A loaded question as always, given the circumstances where we currently reside, but we are alive.
I knew that you guys had
and
got
I
close to it, I think.
suppose that's worthy of celebration.
Wait, did she know that you guys were going to Ravenloft?
I think she must. Did we tell her that we would go there and look for him?
I believe we did.
Yes, she gave us
Yeah,
I think
something
so.
of hers to
Yeah,
give
she
to
gave you
him.
guys something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Holy
Okay. Oh,
That
I'll
sounds
say,
right.
Seeing you guys, upon seeing you guys, she kind of like cuts all the nicety and go, "Have you heard news from Emil? Have you heard anything from my husband?" And I'll
One
say the
better,
guard
we've-
that was- sorry, the guard that is with Zuleika is the one that you recognize to be Rollo.
Oh, freaking roll. Yeah, okay. Yes.
I don't remember what's wrong with Rollo.
He was the one who was a dick at the beginning. I remember
Yeah, he was a
that.
dick at
Yeah. I just like whatever. And so we bring out the fabric, was it?
Mm-hmm.
And pass it to her.
She takes it from you and like and just like sniffs it to get the scent off it.
Yeah.
And goes, "So he's alive. He's alive, is he?"
Yeah, he's alive.
He's not yet freed, but we at least gave him more of a chance than he had.
Yeah, it was a very highly, it's very, the defense was very high there. Definitely a difficult.
Did you not try to break him out? You just left him there.
We broke him out of his cell. We were there with someone more vulnerable who we hoped to protect.
Yeah, and
But we at least got him out of his cage, and
He's been doing
we
just
have
fine.
plans to return. He has been doing just fine. Trust me, he's not forgotten. He is
that place is like an extremely many-leveled, difficult territory to get
A
our
huge
head
dungeon
around.
crawl.
Yes.
I strongly advise you and your pack to remain patient. Strahd and his wives are not playing around with their security.
Yeah, it was. Well, some of us nearly. Did we nearly die there? Yeah, but
No,
there were many
I don't think anyone really
traps.
died.
There were many traps that most of us have repeatedly fell through. Yeah, that some things that we just couldn't control, and yeah, we definitely have. We're aiming to go back there.
You see
More-
Rollo's you see Rollo sort of give a pat to Zuleika's to Zuleika's back, and he goes, "Zuleika, he's strong. You know that. Put a little bit of faith in him. He'll come back to you." And Zuleika was like almost like baring her teeth in frustration at that point, and goes, "I swear to God, if I do not see him soon, I shall be having words upon his return." But no, you are right. Have not seen him. I haven't seen. Considering the fact that I have been trying to take care of the entire den on my own, I've forgotten that he is a very capable man in his own right. I believe that he will find his own way out of the castle.
We actually came to you with something of a proposition to discuss in regards to how you're managing the pack on your own. Although those who sided with Kirill no significant loss in terms of the loyalty they showed you and Emil. At the very least, you must be missing the extra set of hands around when it comes to hunting and taking care of your pack.
Hasn't been easy, that's for sure. The last few weeks we've been surviving off our storage mostly. With the winter that's coming through now, it's harder to hunt. It's harder for us to hunt and find animals.
We have spoken with the burgomaster of Krezek, and they're willing to parley with you and a few of your chosen compatriots in the spirit of figuring out a way that you can help one another survive the forthcoming winter. Establishing
of Kresik.
Krazek, yes, he's aware. We've told him that the wolves which attacked his farms were from the Blizzard Pack, and that rightful leadership has been restored. He remembers the time before Kirill where your packs did not hunt on their lands.
I find it hard to believe he would trust werewolves at all after all of that. But he's willing to talk.
We can be fairly convincing. Let me put it that way.
I don't doubt it.
And he also knows he is in as vulnerable a position as you might be leading up to this winter. That food is scarce, that medical supplies are valuable, and that by exchanging what you have in surplus for what they may have, some kind of beneficial trade may be established.
Can you roll a persuasion check for me?
Mm-hmm. It
Bree's just
is...
standing there going, what the fuck is going on?
I assume you got briefed on the way.
Oh, I'm gonna buff that with my dark ones. Look. Why? Every single time.
Oh no.
So 17, 7 add 1.
There's something broken with my luck.
We...
It's too dark.
Oh, we brought you this pig!
Roll it with advantage.
Yes!
Oh man.
Offering.
Yeah!
Yay!
Oh, well, why didn't you say you brought a pig?
Oh, on second thought, I can't say that any of us had dealings with the Kreskites for decades, really. We haven't exactly been on the best of terms, and we've kind of made a unspoken agreement to leave each other alone, but perhaps you're right. With the growing winter and how dire Barovia is getting soon, it might not be a bad idea to extend a hand in cooperation.
Meeting them is not a commitment to change your established agreement, just an opportunity to reevaluate whether it's in your best interests.
I won't lie, having taken over the Tundra clans since Emil's been taken has not been easy for me. Trying to make sure all the mouths are fed, trying to make sure we do not have to resort to hunting within Kresik again, taking the sheep. I'm willing to have an open conversation to see if we can perhaps establish something in place to ensure that we have enough supplies to last us through this winter. It's not something that the Werewolf clan has ever really done before, but times are different.
I recommend you come a few days hence. The town will be celebrating, and people will be in more jovial spirits and perhaps more amenable to friendly discussion.
A party, you mean?
A party, yes.
I'm not really a fan of crowds or noises.
The perhaps even just beforehand, there'll be a potluck of sorts, food and the like, drinking if that's to your tastes.
Rollo and I will try our best to attend. We might not mingle or be as jovial as you would like. We tend to keep to ourselves regardless, but count us in. We will be there.
Then I will. I hope to see you there. It is a potluck, so if you happen to set eyes on a deer, that I'm sure will go over well in negotiations.
Has not been the easiest to find deer in this part of this forest lately, but I will see what we can scrounge up. Hasn't been easy for us to start with, let alone trying to feed an entire village.
Okay, then I guess Bree and I will head back.
Okay.
What is this?
No, you didn't see that. It was Tirolo in the back. I'm just standing behind you.
Rollo like copies the movement, but gives you like a cheerful wave as you guys
Freaking
leave.
dick. Freaking dick.
I will say back in the abbey, Annie, you and Hospital Victor, you and Ilya approach the gates. They were deathly quiet. You can see Ilya, however, has gotten, he's a bit jittery, seeing those gates again. Are you sure you
You're
wanna
right,
do
Ilya.
this?
You can hold my hand if you like. It's not scary. It's just a building.
I'm not scared.
The
I'm
bad
not scared.
man's gone. It's okay to be scared if you are.
All right,
I
fine.
understand you're not scared, but it's okay to be scared.
But if you were scared.
I don't know what we're gonna see in there, but let's make this quick, okay? I can't
Oh,
get back before the sun goes down.
That's not really how cleaning up a place works, but okay, sure.
Oh, you're not planning on staying overnight in this place, are you?
No, but like this is more than just a check-in. Like, what's your HP like, Ilya?
Okay, so are you guys? Well, tell me, what are you just doing? Like a sweep of the place? Are you cleaning out all the bodies, the body parts that's still there? What are you looking for exactly in the abbey, rather than just clean the place?
She's actually, for once, not really looking for anything per se, because like I think we already kind of did a sweep of the place afterwards, just for things of interest.
You did, yeah.
But yeah, she is just wanting to sort of clean things up so that it can be sort of like a functional part of the village in the future. So yeah, and I guess that probably is the starting point of that is disposing and burying the bodies. Seems like a pretty good starting point.
Yeah, I would say you do find 3 bodies that are, that are already heavily mutilated and like decaying from the Abba's experiments. The minute you find them in the upstairs sort of the surgery room, you see Ilya immediately like rushes out and just seems to bath over over the balustrade.
Oh, well, that's something else we've got to clean up now too.
Oh god, it smells in there.
Yes, this isn't pretty, Ilya.
No, does it not bother you?
I've had worse. Like, it would have been nice if we could get to them a bit sooner, but you know.
What do we even do with them?
Well, we're gonna need to, I do not know their religious beliefs. I do not want to push my own onto them, so, I believe cremation is probably something.
Gosh, I feel like we should just listen to Father and burn this whole place down.
Yes,
I
well,
mean,
this is just a more selective process of that.
I mean, it's not that hard to build a fire in the open area of the abbey, if we want to burn the bodies.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. And if
Okay, so
there's
you guys,
any sort of soiled fabrics, bed sheets,
oh, there's a lot of that.
any of the sorry?
There's a lot of that. Like
Yeah,
majority
well,
of
that's
the bed sheets and whatever, and there's like covered in dried blood and whatnot.
Yeah, that's probably not going to prestidigitate out the best. So
I
let's
don't
also
think
get
anyone
rid
wants to
of
be
that.
using this. All right.
Yeah.
I'll go build a fire.
Okay.
And he just like holding a hand over his mouth, he goes down into the middle part of the open air part of the abbey.
Okay.
And it's not too long before a fire is built.
Well done, Ilya.
Are we just gonna throw them on? Is this how it works?
Yeah, how would you like them to go there?
Is this even hot enough to burn a body?
Yes.
Can you roll
All
for
right.
persuasion?
I'm just like, will you technically not just cook them by accident?
No. He's a hungry boy.
He's a growing boy.
Well, do you want to Google temperature of fire for cremation, or will I? And then also, how do I do a temperature check on a fire? Like, should know.
Oh wow, temperature due to cremate a body is between 800 and 1000 degrees Celsius.
Oh, they're gonna need to be hotter.
Yeah, I don't think a simple fire is going to handle that unless you want to take the bodies down with you and potentially find. I suppose you can throw them in Gregory's kiln if that's still there.
The forge? Yeah, that's
The
still
forge,
there.
yeah.
What's like the average temperature of a fire, though? Like, what's
Uh,
how hot's a
Maybe.
fire?
it's like 400 degrees.
Isn't it?
It's oh, it depends on what type of fire we've got going.
Oh, sorry. Campfire can reach internal temperatures of 900 degrees Celsius.
See, that's enough.
Oh yeah, yeah. It might cook them a bit, but that's enough.
Cook.
Okay, so with the bonfire that Elliot has built, he comes up and you guys just sort of carry the three bodies using like the bed sheets and rolling them within the bed sheets. You guys just sort of like wrap them all up and carry. It takes a while to carry the three bodies downstairs. And Ilya at this point is like, you know, not really having seen like any sort of funeral rites or anything, is a little bit like, do we just toss them on the fire now? Is this how it works? Do we have to say a few words?
Well, I'll say a few words of Elenvor and sort of hope that their spirits can be guided to the afterlife once we make that possible. Because I think that's a nice thing that people would like, right?
I guess. Does this not weird you out at all, Annie?
No.
Huh.
Should it?
I
This is
feel a
all
bit
very
weird about-
natural, Ilya. Like, this will be
You
one
died
day.
too, you know.
This should be- oh yeah.
You're not one to talk.
No, I don't mean it that way. I just feel like I'm not very comfortable around the idea of death, and it's just weird to see someone who's so comfortable around it. But either way, as he like takes one of the bodies and just sort of like throws it on the pyre that's been built.
Thank you.
So it doesn't take two, and with that he adds the other two bodies. The smell is a little bit like it's the decay is very strong at first, but with the fire sort of like burning through that, it slowly dissipates until all you see is like sort of black smoke coming from the pyre.
And so you see that with anything that sort of the fire doesn't take, we can bury that in the ground, and then it's a lot less digging. And then also the ground is going to become very fertile.
Like, oh, it's a bit weird taking it back down to Kresik, isn't it? Perhaps we should just bury it up here.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay. So I thought when you said ground is very fertile, I thought you were going to take it back down so we can potentially grow something on it.
Well, you could grow things up here as well.
That's true, I guess. So it's not too long before the pyre is burns down to like mostly cinders and ash. Did we want to potentially come back another day to see if we can get some more help cleaning out the rest of this abbey? I mean, this place is huge.
It is a bit, hey. And yeah, there's been a bit of stuff happen here, but I don't want to take away from the villagers rebuilding their houses. Like, they need places to live in before they can have places to live in.
Yeah, I mean the six families that got affected by the attack. It's majority of them have been. Well, father has temporarily placed them with other households.
Yeah, no, I'm
Should I
happy to
take-
just keep chipping away at this.
Work in progress, huh? I mean,
Yeah, I like that.
yeah. If you ever need a hand, you know where to find me. But I do think we should probably go back for the day. It's getting dark. I don't fancy
Okay.
being up here in the middle of the night. Who knows what sort of creatures might find their way here.
You don't.
I don't really want to find out either, Annie.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
mean, don't
Well,
let me
thank you
keep
for
you
your
if you
help.
want to stay up here.
No. You're right. You're right. Should probably head back down. I could really go for one of your mum's hot chocolates. They're
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
I better check up on Luca too.
How is
told
the
me the other
birthday boy
day-
going?
Oh, he's going fine. He did tell me the other day that Siegfried and Otto hasn't been around. Not too sure where they went. I haven't seen them myself.
Huh. Haven't been around. What does that mean?
I don't know. I just saw Luca I just walked by Luca the other day. He asked me if I saw Siegfried or Otto. I said I didn't, and he continued looking. I mean, I'll drop by on the way back before I get to the house just to see if they turned up. I'm sure they're fine. They've
Yeah,
kind of been
'cause-
keeping to themselves since the attack. Can't say the other
And
villagers
if they
have
were
really
going to
looked for
go
them.
anywhere, they would come back here, surely.
Yeah, I haven't seen them unless I looks around. Unless they're hiding from us, but what can they even do here without the abbot?
Big freak! Otto?
You hear your voice echo. Don't seem
I
to have
bend
no
down to
response.
Waffles and go, there any other people around here, Waffles? You be a good scout puppy?
There's a big sniff. I mean, considering Waffles hasn't met Siegfried or Otto, it's a bit hard for him to pinpoint exactly. I mean, there's still a lot of traces of the mongrel folk in this entire area, but doesn't quite
Yeah,
seem
good
to,
point, Waffles. Good point.
doesn't quite be able to pinpoint Siegfried or Otto exactly.
Oh, well, I hope they come to the party, though. That would be really nice.
I'll say at this point you guys are walking back towards Kresik already. I don't know, I mean, like, the villagers are still kind of scared of them. I mean, father made an executive order for none of us to harm them, that's for sure. And I don't think anyone will, but yeah, obviously it's a bit hard for everyone to
Yeah.
accept that we've just taken into mongrel folk considering what happened.
It is hard to change your prejudices overnight, but, work in progress, right?
Work in progress. Okay, I'll say you guys can reach Kresik without too much issue, considering you have Waffles on the lookout with you.
Yeah.
Alright. Is there anything anyone else wants to do for today?
Yes.
Yep.
Just a quick thing. Back when we were in town, I just want to know how much. I assume she would have probably gathered a fair amount of berries.
Yep.
What kind of berries were they again? They were just like a winter,
Winterberry.
just a winter. Okay.
Winterberry.
Is
Alright,
there
just
such-
winterberry.
She wants to test them out first, make sure they're not poisonous, and they're like how sweet they are.
Sure, I will say with your do your nature check for me actually.
What did I roll last time? Anyways, a gem. Where is it? I lost my thing. 23.
Yeah. These are not terribly sweet, but you do know that they're definitely not toxic.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna look around, find some sugar. I'm gonna make them into half of them out that I find into a jam.
Yeah, also you can probably easily get that from Anna.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just do a bit of prep work, a bit of nightly cooking, just prepping for things that happen. So it needs to warm up, heat, and then it needs to cool. So I'll do that tonight.
Yeah, so I'll say you managed to I'm quickly googling what berries grow in winter.
I was actually
They
They
messaging
don't have
Matt.
to be based on real.
Fantasy D&D berries.
Yeah,
Winter
they're
berries. Okay, so
winter
I'll say
berry food.
you managed to take half of the winter berries and make a decent jam out of
Okay.
it. It's quite similar to what you used to make at home with your family.
Okay. And I assume there's like just a place in the kitchen that's a bit cooler, and I'll let them sit there with the
Oh,
little
yeah.
sign, "Do not
I'm-
touch." Do not.
I mean, yeah,
Breathe.
without the kitchen fire going, the entire it's you're in a snowy mountain. It's cold regardless.
Cool. All right, that's it for Bree. But
All right, so that is yeah.
go yeah.
Okay, so that is technically day 1 down. Now I
Jesus.
do believe we have 2 more days in, but I'm gonna expedite this. We'll just cut 2 days into 1. Is
Yep.
there anything else you guys want to do for the next 2 days?
I only want to be working on potions, so I'll have some a very small amount of Sanzian flowers steeping to make that kind of placebo thing that I can mix in with the wine as a cocktail. And then I'll
Yep.
study
Oh,
the unicorn horn.
Okay, so I'll say you can easily make the seasoning cocktail during the day. Using your long rest at night, you do study the unicorn horn. You surmise it's not something that can really be made into a potion ingredient, but unicorn horns do traditionally have a ton of like healing powers attached to it. And given the fact that it is a unicorn horn, it can potentially be made into some sort of item rather than a potion.
Okay.
But you
That's me.
may need to find someone who has that sort of like not like arcane knowledge of making magical items to use something like that, to actually be able to turn something like that into an item.
Not Blinsky. Okay. That's how Desire will pass her day.
Okay, anyone else doing anything?
Other.
No one thought to
Oh,
like.
and I assume that the day before we probably, I think Marcus might have talked to Ez about
Oh yeah. As to go.
inviting any Vistani nearby.
What?
Well, it's a party. You're gonna have a good assortment of people in a party. Thank you,
So what are you
Ez.
saying exactly? What are you doing
Ez, please go invite some Vistani to the party. I trust your
I'd
judgment.
be like, I don't know any of these people.
I am sort of disenfranchised from the rest of the Vistanis.
Oh, I totally forgot. My bad.
Oh, sorry
That's a
about
bit
that one.
racist of you guys. That's a bit racist.
Sorry, Ez. Forgot about that.
I don't know. Look, I just because I'm one of them doesn't mean I know all of them. Okay.
That's true. I might just send a raven to Madame Eva, and she can spread the word on the grapevine.
Who exactly are you hoping to invite?
Well, we attended a Vistani wedding, and that was just a hoot and a half. So we would certainly love any of those Vistani and those who they approve of to come to this party.
Okay, well, I might have to be dodging some of them depending on who turns up, but sure.
I trust
send
your
Madame Eva-
judgment.
Send Madame Eva
I-
an invite.
think
so she can
similar-
come.
To how Desire's been trying to get the werewolves in attendance. We also know that historically, like, there's been some. It just seems like a good opportunity to get people, who were weakened because of their, isolation from one another, into a more. Just to have all these various like groups in Barovia working more productively with one another, because the less that they are concerned about like infighting, the more they can actually kind of be good allies in the fight against Strahd. And so many of Strahd's minions have basically like just made it their job to make living here a real bummer. So we are trying to sabotage that wherever possible.
Okay, so Marcus is sending a letter to Madame Eva to see who wants to come to the party. Is that what I am understanding? Is that my understanding?
Yes. And Aragul, I suppose. Might as well hit all the Vistani authority figures we know.
Oh, you mean not Aragorn, the brother?
Oh, sorry. Aragul's like the brains, isn't he?
but he's not at the Bastani encampment. in
Yeah,
Barovia right
then
now.
it'll
He'll
be
with
the
Barovia.
brother, or I'll address it to Arabelle. Like, actually respect her authority.
Okay, so you can
Because
easily
I
find the
forget
Raven
what
and
her
send that-
dad's name is,
I
honestly.
forgot what her dad's name is. as
Yeah,
well.
so it's
There's
addressed to
so many NPCs in
Arabelle.
this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, also you can easily find the Raven for you to send that over
Great.
to both.
Casimir.
Ca-
Is that
no,
his
not
name?
Casimir. Casimir.
No,
is the
Casimir's the Dusk Elf.
Luvash.
Lavash.
Levash.
there
Yeah,
you go.
Levash, correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Casimir's not invited because I don't vibe with honor killings.
Yeah, no, we're not down with that.
he wait, hold on. Oh no, he did. Yeah. I was about to say he wasn't the one that did it, but no, he is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you can easily do that on your time. Does anyone else want to do anything in the next 2 days? Whether it be
Yes.
more scrying, more finding stuff.
Yeah, I have a couple things.
And
Well,
Clam, can you just check chat for me?
we can
Check Roll20 chat for me.
we can advance the RP of the commune, and I could just ask my questions, so we can keep rolling. So I want to ask Oladra to confirm: is Lady Wachter in the Amber Temple?
The domino comes up as yes, it matches.
Is Emil out of Strahd's castle or control?
Is Emil out of Strahd's castle or control?
Yeah.
Okay. The domino comes up as a mismatch.
What the fuck?
Which
Completely
means,
mismatched? Completely mismatched?
A complete mismatch, which I think is a no, right?
It's a no. Shit. Okay.
Ladra hates double-barreled questions.
Yeah. Are the Fanes, the other two Fanes, warded in with a trap or with a spawn sort of thing? With a trap like the other swamp one was?
The other two Fanes will do the trap.
Yeah.
It comes up as a match.
Okay. Wonderful. And the other thing I wanted to do is, and I can do this over 2 days, I guess. I could do it maybe a few times. So Marcus is the only one that's really around, right?
For the next 2 days, we could probably
Yeah.
be around, like,
So
locally.
I'll go to
I
Marcus.
is around working on potions as well.
Yeah. I'll go to Marcus and be like, hey Marcus, I need something else from you aside from our usual daily borrowing of the what did I call it? I was trying to remember the stupid name.
Infinite package.
The infinite
Infinite
package. I was thinking we're preparing all this stuff for Luca's birthday, but I didn't hear anyone talk about getting him a present, so I wanted to make him something that I thought he would like, but I need some help because I can't actually do something I need to do. I wanted to make him like a nice little stuffed sheep, like a little stuffed
Plushie?
yeah, stuffed plushie, exactly.
Oh my god.
And I didn't want to go and be obvious and like take some of the sheep's wool over there. So I was figuring you could do me a favor, and I'll like point into some shears and be like, polymorph myself into a sheep and be like,
Wait, hold on, Chotomate. If you were to shear yourself and then turn back, do you produce sheep wool with that?
I mean,
does the sheep wool that you shorn turn into hair?
I looked it up, and there's no defined rule in
Of
the
course there isn't.
dungeons.
Because
who
you
would-
could potentially like harvest yourself that way.
Well, I
All you
mean,
gotta do is turn back.
it is a 4th level spell. Like that's pretty good.
No, but
So,
what's stopping
that's
you from like
DM's
turning? Yeah, what's stopping you from turning into something that has like poisonous elements to it, and then just like, harvesting
Milking
poison from
yourself.
yourself?
Nothing.
Yeah, what's stopping you from milking yourself?
At the level that you get that stuff, you usually have so much resources that it doesn't really matter. But
I mean,
Up
I'll
to
allow
you.
it just because it's fucking weird and it's sheeple,
Yeah.
and it doesn't really, yeah.
I'm not using it to like
It's
sell and make gold or anything. It's
This
just,
is Can I just like put my foot in because this is actually kind of overlapping to what Bree was considering doing.
Oh,
in a
really?
way.
Sure.
Yeah. So if this one particular moment that Juice transported to a shape, holding a pair of scissors towards mine. Bree walks in. Okay, so in
oh,
her
where did you come from? He says in sheep. that you
Bree
can't
walks in
understand.
with 3 small charms. Okay. They're tiny wooden charms that she carved from wood. She's been doing that a bit over time. One is the shape of kind of like a shepherd's staff.
Crook?
Oh, the
Yeah,
crook.
a crook.
Yep.
Yep.
And another is pretty much, it looks like a cloud, but there's like 2 legs sticking out of it. It's a sheep. It's a sheep. And another is a domino, just like kind of like the Domino's logo, okay? But it's just
Got
and yeah, pretty much. She also had like one, on each one of those there is kind of like a little round, like kind of like a semicircle wooden pot carved into it that she wanted to loop. Then
Okay.
into, like one of those old school fur
Like a
fur
mobile or
chains.
something?
Yeah, like you could just connect like them like
Oh, yeah, like the dangling monkey sort
yeah,
of thing.
exactly. When you
Yep.
things that you hang from your phone. So, what she was hoping was to go to Marcus to see if he could make little links or if he has any little chainmail links. But she comes into this particular moment, seeing this.
And just closes the door again.
Bah!
Never mind.
Oh,
Am I interrupting?
great. Excellent timing. Mr. Wildura turned into a sheep. Could you be so kind as to shear him? I have important work to do, and
I haven't.
Bah! Bah!
What?
ooh, what do you
any-
have here?
Yeah, I show Marcus my.
Did you make these?
Yeah, they're not super great, but I.
Oh,
show-
this is
I-
way more interesting than shearing a dumb old sheep. What do you want me to do?
Do you have any links or chains?
Of course, I have my jewelry kit in the bag.
I was thinking of making this as a gift for Luca. I don't know if you guys maybe wanted to chip in or maybe
Oh,
magical or
I was
something
just
like that.
gonna give him those sling bullets that we found, but this is also a good idea.
I don't know why you were sheep Jews.
Don't ask questions.
Bah.
That's how I live my life.
Okay. Yeah, if you can help me with just like with some chain links to
Of
connect
course,
them.
of
I
course.
was thinking just like
Necklace,
chain-
bracelet.
not just a link thing, and I was thinking maybe
Okay.
attaching them to maybe I have a spare crossbow and maybe attaching it to the end of it, kind of like in a cute dangly way at the end. But
Wait, so you're gifting
I
him a
don't know.
crossbow with a charm attached to it?
yeah, that would be kind of cute.
Oh, okay.
That would be kind of cute. So I have a spare one in my
Alright.
inventory.
All right, there you go. Easy peasy.
But, yeah, I don't know if you wouldn't mind helping me with that.
Not at all. If you don't mind helping me with your,
This sheep problem. This is sheep.
yeah, he said he wants to be sheared. I don't know if this is and Marcus lowers his voice so that the sheep can't hear him. It's like, I don't know if it's like a perverse thing. Like, just be careful.
It's a fetish.
My fetish is to be a sheep and to be shorn.
There's
Okay.
some weird fetishes out there.
Bree leans forward to do.
Shave me! Shave me!
How much do you want?
He said the whole thing.
Bah!
See, he agrees with me.
All right. Well, if you lose your actual hair, don't blame me, Deuce. You're asking for this.
Oh lord.
Yeah, we just cursed down. It was just fucking hilarious.
You shave wool off Deuce the sheep.
Every once in a while, when I notice there's enough wool, because I need different colors, because I need like black wool for like the eyes and the legs, and I also need red wool because I'm gonna make him a little bandana, so it's a Deuce sheep plushie.
Wool can be dyed. Wool can be. Wool
You
is
can
like-
dye wool.
You don't just find
This
red
is saving the effort.
sheep.
Saving the
Red
effort.
sheep don't exist.
Why use dye when I have spell slots, okay, to burn? So every once in a while, I pop out of it, change the color sheep, and then I go back so that I have enough for the multicolors I need for the sheep.
So, does Deuce lose hair also when
So you see, you shave
No
most of the.
sleek, no body hair Deuce.
So you
Sort of
shave most of
portion
the
that Jenny
wool
gave.
off. Yeah, you shave most of the wool off Deuce the sheep, and he turns back, and Deuce, you feel your hair, and it's still there. It's still there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we should have kept the fake potion that Jenny gave us.
Oh my god.
I mean, if Deuce
Ever.
pops back out, then he has like a sleek Brazilian. He won't complain, you know? Like, it's fine.
Okay.
Wait, does Brazilian mean something else than
like,
Canadian, or
feels
does
like
that it's the same thing?
No, it means the same thing.
It
It means
makes
the
the
same
same-
thing. Okay.
Terrible is happening out
Aw,
there.
This is
Lock
all
the door to a
perfect.
room.
This is all perfect. This is all perfect. Thanks so much for your help. Luca's gonna love the present I'm gonna make for him out of this. Thanks a lot, Bree. And he leaves.
I guess whenever Marcus is done helping, I would
Yeah,
like to ask her to the kitchen. Sorry.
I mean-
yeah.
Yeah, shearing a sheep takes a long time.
What
Especially
doesn't?
Tiny
takes
I'm a
sheep,
little
such a
sheep.
long time.
tiny
Juice size sheep.
halfling sheep.
Okay, I didn't realize you were a half baby.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Hopefully you were
Yeah.
able to help me with that one.
Yeah, I assume just for the sake of experience, say, yep, it's done.
Professional. It can take 1 to 5 minutes to shear a sheep.
Yeah, well, one, are you a
What is
professional
professional?
Bree? And two, are
No.
you using automated shearing tools?
Yeah.
You're using manual tools.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just true. But because it's manual, would be a lot longer.
Yeah.
Do you
Jesus
have
Christ.
proficiency in shearer's tools?
Anyway, you harvest enough wool for Deuce to make what the plushies that you want, and
Just
Marcus
do whatever
with,
he wants.
yeah, and
Will
with
draw.
Marcus's help, Bree, you're able to make the charms that you were talking about.
That's cute. And after that, she would like to go back to the kitchen and try to bake a cake.
And forget all about this.
Yeah.
Oh god,
block it out.
roll for bake a cake. Roll for sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. So I was like.
I mean, that's
okay.
probably the closest you're gonna get to like an actual sort of like skill.
There are
yeah.
cookery tools, but
What's
Okay,
cookery?
considering her background, would she have some sort of possible?
What's your
advantage?
modifier on sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand is +9.
Oh, fuck off! Just roll your
you're fine. Just roll.
Just roll your damn cake roll.
Roll your
my
damn cake.
16. 16.
So it's been a while since you baked. You try and crack an egg into the batter, but the egg sort of like shatters on you, and you end up having to like pick the shells out.
Okay, it's a bit slower.
A bit slower. It's been a while since you baked, and you're like, oh geez, that's really unlucky. You gotta pick all the shells out again.
Sorry, yeah, I'll rephrase. Not a cake. Well, yeah, it's so. I'll just basically. Should I describe it now, or maybe the next whenever?
Up to you if you want to have it like plated, or you want to sort of unveil it at the party.
I can unveil at the party. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
It's a tart. I'll just say that.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
I'm
yeah,
a
with
tart.
Delicious.
I know you.
There's
are.
only one tart here, and that's the juice.
So it's a bit simpler. Not too many layers. It's just like baking. Doing the crust, the base, and then the jam. Hopefully checking that out. that's going to be inside it, but also
Yum.
the top, and also like just doing the filling, and also caramelizing some of the fruits on the top, just to scatter the fruits on top.
This is
Yeah,
already a lot more effort than anyone we would ever do.
But it's like I think Bree actually
No, I
feels
would do that.
happy to do something that's not related to bloodshed. For once, it's a bit different. Instead of smashing people's faces, it's smashing berries. So something like it'll give her a bit of peace and just remind her, like, yeah, there are some just happy, fun family time. So
Yeah, so it's not too long before the kitchen of the Kreskoff's household is like just filled with this like sweet, sugary aroma. It reminds you a little bit of home, like what you used to bake with your sisters. Just sort of like nothing too fancy, but very homely. Okay.
That's it.
Is there anything you want to do in particular, Annie? I think you're the only one.
Yeah. Annie will just sort of do sort of what she did mostly the first day. Sort of go up to the abbey, clean up a little bit. Sort of wrangle together some townsfolk for a few quick music rehearsals, downtime with her kids. And another thing that she does want to do early on, sort of one morning, is to do a spirit session with however many 4 persons are involved.
Yep.
And she would like to focus on the spell Legend Lore for the day.
Oh fuck. All right, cool. What do you want to know?
Oh no.
You all think I'm an encyclopedia? All right. Legend lore. How do you want to do that?
Like I think maybe she's probably cleared herself like a little sort of area in the abbey, where she can sort of camp for the day or the morning, sort of like has a thermos and a blanket there or something, and she would sort of like essentially like to sort of lay out her shepherd card, her necklaces, her dolls, all kind of personal artifacts that somehow relate to sort of connecting with Kellenvor and sort of the land and the travels that they've come through. And she would like to describe the Ember Temple to the best of their ability of what she's sort of scrounged up in sort of
Keep going.
the knowledge of having it passing in mention and sort of what they've sort of gathered regards it so far without having actually set foot there yet.
Okay, so it gives you a brief summary of the significant lore. Because this current has forgotten stories or even secretly unknown. Alright, so focusing on all of the objects that you've collected since entering this land, you focus on what you may know of this Ember Temple. Okay. A brief summary of the significant lore. Okay. It's so vague, the spell, I swear to God. Alright, so you do surmise that the Ember Temple used to be run by this secret society of good-aligned wizards. They built it in the Balanok Mountains, like more than 2,000 years ago. This was at a time where evil vestiges and evil deities seemed to be really prevalent in the land, but this society of good-aligned wizards managed to capture most of them and seal them away in these amber sarcophaguses. And they also sort of like hoarded all of this forbidden knowledge that they had amassed through all of this mission that they've been on since. But and they dedicated this temple as a way to just like keep all of these vestiges from escaping and potentially, wreaking havoc on the land again. But throughout time, throughout all this work, they themselves became influenced by said vestiges, and unfortunately, sort of like like an uprising took place as like these vestiges corrupted them from within, and they ended up destroying each other completely. And since then, the Ember Temple, whilst majority of vestiges are still sealed away, a few that you already know about, like Vampire and all of that, has already been able to escape. But oh jeez. Would you know this? Brief summary. Like, what is a brief summary? I think just in terms of lore, that will actually, but okay, I'll just add this. But you know that by the time that long since the wizard, the organization was dead and gone, there was a archmage. You're not quite too sure the name of. This archmage arrived at the temple, and he sort of like breached the temple's wards and managed to get in, and with like the knowledge that was trapped in the temple, he studied, and he sort of like took upon the boons of the vestiges, and with that he became a lich. But that is the most that you can discern. Whether or not he still resides in that place or where he is now, that is not something I would say Legend Lore will be able to tell you. But obviously you also know that the Strahd came to the temple long ago to seek extra powers, and that's how he became connected to the Vampire.
Ooh.
Is that enough? I reckon is that enough? I feel like that's enough.
Yeah, that's a brief summary.
Yep.
Just a little bit more
Is
than
there
you
a
guys would.
significance of the amber?
Not at all. I don't think there is a significance of the
From
Ember.
memory, the only thing the amber's important is that the dark ones are trapped in said amber, so that's its significance.
Yeah, I don't think the material itself has any sort of like magical, like, yeah, it may potentially have a magical property, but it's just like there's no significance on why they chose amber specifically. It's just called the Ember Temple. I don't know. You can ask Wizard of the Coast why they chose that name.
I'll send them a DM.
But why Amber? Alright. So, if there's nothing that no one else wants to do, we will smash cut to the day of the party.
Do you have enough time to do this?
Yeah, if you
Because
don't
we
have
could.
enough time, I am happy to leave that for next time.
I can potentially close off at 4 o'clock here, because I'll probably leave here at 4:30.
I don't think we're going to get through a whole party in 45 minutes. So,
Yeah, I don't mind saving it for next time.
Up to you.
So yeah, Lisa's.
I just don't want you to feel like you're watching the clock or stressed or anything like that.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what? Let's save it for next time. Because I think what I had in mind, if you guys want to like fully experience all the mini games and things like that, it might take.
Yeah, that's what I was
minutes.
thinking. You've got games.
You know
and
how
stuff to
how
pick
long
up
it takes
on.
us to do anything.
fucking
Okay, so-
forever.
Yep. So we'll close it off here. Just a slightly shorter session, and our next session we will go into Lucas' party and see what happens.
Yay!
And nothing bad will happen.
And nothing
Nothing bad will happen.
All
Everything
will go nice
will be
and smooth.
fine.
Yep. Sorry, there was just a lot of
Like a fresh shaved deuce.
there was just a lot of back and forth today because I'm just oh shit, now I got to think of all these things I wasn't considering.
I got
So
a
it's like, yeah.
I got a
just like,
present for Luca, and I got Party Ready all in one episode. Perfect.
I hate party ready. I'm sure he's just walking around like, God, feel how smooth I am, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like all the hair
Feeling
is
like
off
a new
his chest.
halfling.
Oh god, yeah. Just,
He
like,
now
just-
thinks he can run as fast as Bree just because he's cut down on the
Aerodynamic.
talk.
Aerodynamic deuce.
No, but it's just like you using like scrying, using like commune, and then Annie using legend. I'm just like, and then Annie visiting the abbey again. I'm just like, oh god, none of this was in my script.
Ah,
I I was very restrained and did not use divination.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know I told you some of the commune stuff. The scrying was kind of just
This one
opportune.
was a bit like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was a bit like, oh
Plus,
shit, what?
You dropped all this stuff on us that made us feel like very guilty about having a party in the first place, being like, somebody's almost dying over there. Fiona Wachters still at large.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
gaining
I know
power.
that you've prepped for the party, so I'm like, okay, well, we'll just like leave those plot threads for now, but I'm also thinking like in character we sound like dicks because we're just like, okay,
Hey,
we'll go
party.
visit him later.
Yeah,
But
we got a
this
party.
really big thing going on right now. So
I've
I mean,
already
I did-
ordered the food, so we can't really reschedule. Sorry.
No, this is just my attempt
I
to
know
sort of,
that
like,
is in
push plot
character for
along.
Josiah.
No, it's good. It's good.
But yes, it's just another reminder that like just because you're not there, it doesn't mean shit isn't going down somewhere else.
Exactly.
How these people look after themselves? Honestly.
No, that's why we're here.
Oh,
But yes,
man.
I really need to
Um,
start training.
Yeah, sorry, I just especially with the Abbey, I had no idea what to do. I was like, what the fuck do I say now? The Abbey just has abandoned place with dead bodies in it right now.
No,
good,
I
it's good.
don't like. It was just, I think, something that she would prioritize and sort of like, because we sort of were like, well, we're not going to burn it down, so, and it's like such a large part that at least sort of start doing some of the groundwork and getting it cleaned up to be like a functional part of their society in the future.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good idea. I just didn't roleplay earlier very well.
No, it's all good. I probably should have said, this is what I'm going to do, but I was also like, she'll just cuddle the dog and the bunny for like 3 days and try and like,
Valid.
make some people play music.
But yeah, you at least found someone who can provide live entertainment, should you wish. And you
Hey.
guys have extended the invitations of the party out to several notable allies. So now they're all congregating in one place.
Oh,
So,
no.
and then next...
Oh no, why'd you have to say it like that?
Yeah. But if they're with us, we can protect them.
In
So,
theory.
yeah. Yeah, so next time, I mean, I did already have most of the party prepared, but like, I think it's a good idea for us to cut it off there, just so I'm not rushing to get to the scene that I had wanted to end on.
Yeah.
But that is all good. That means less prep for next week.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Emma,
We can
I
have
will
a nice
say,
party.
yeah, Emma, I will say, I will let you know specifically what you can make with the celestial blood and the unicorn horn. I think you haven't done the unicorn blood yet, right?
No, I probably have. I'm looking at Morgan's calendar, and I think I have time to look at the unicorn blood and then potentially start to make something.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he's got like one more day in there than we actually had, but
Yeah.
oh
so
no,
I
it's
think-
evenings. Anyway, I'll you can talk to me via chat.
Yeah, so I'll just say, find what each ingredient can make. Yeah, I will give you the actual details of that. I'm pretty sure I'll go with the celestial essence thing, but I might do a little bit of rejigging in terms of the stats.
Okay, sounds cool.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I know we didn't do too much this session, but hopefully you guys still had a little bit of downtime fun just to, you know, get a few things you want done out of the way. Get a few.
Yeah, and it's
more
nice to
goals
kind
done.
of also think about where we are going from here.
But
I'm
yeah,
not sure why
just,
everyone's cameras all messed up right as we're ending.
Oh.
but-
Of course. It knows.
yeah.
It knows.
It judges us.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
It's just me.
Yeah, you're the only one still whose camera's still working.
Oh, that's
Everyone else
weird.
is petrified. Okay, cool.
Why am I stuck on that screen? Seriously?
Oh, there you go. I think I'm fixing it.
Everyone looks so serious.
There we go. There we go.
Oh wait, hold on. How come mine is still funny? Oh no, there we go. We're back.
No,
You should all be fixed now.
All right, so we should be back in a fortnight's time. That is, let me bring it up. The 23rd for Canadians and 24th for us Aussies. Same time, we'll get to that party next week.
Same
Not
bat
next
channel.
week, next session.
Alright.
okay.
Yeah.
Say
Alright.
bye.